Alright. We're going to be going through more Death End requests today. Give you a bit of a recap from last time. So we weren't able to save Victoria or Chitsuba. By the time we got there, Chitsuba had turned into a monster and Victoria was already dead. Sheena and Mia ended up teaming up. Like, they're going to work together on the laptop stuff because Sheena wants to find Muzanashi, who supposedly came to this town. And Mia is obviously still looking for her little sister, Sane. Liliana's mom came to visit, but she seemed kind of bipolar. And, like, she was telling Liliana she loved her, but then she was also freaking out and blaming everything that happened to her husband on Liliana. And Liliana kind of freaked out and then ran off, and we had to go, like, rescue her. When we got back, her mom was missing, and we spent a day looking for the mom. We couldn't find her. Somebody told us that she was like out in the town still, so that's kind of where we are. We're running around looking for her. And while we've been doing this, Liliana kind of gave us her backstory and told us that her dad apparently became an alcoholic and was fighting with her mom after he lost his job, and that. Like, not long after that, there was, like, a string of killings, and then she discovered it was her dad when she went down to the basement and found him, like, mutilating a bunch of corpses and stuff. And then they called exorcists who came, and they apparently tortured her dad to death, and she's apparently convinced that that apparently saved his soul. But, not sure about that, but that is why Liliana wants to be an exorcist. And yeah, we are hoping maybe to run into her mom, but I kind of feel like we're gonna fight a monster because that's what happens at night, and it is night right now. And yeah, I think we're like pretty close to where the mom is. Okay.
Oh, a save point.
That means I can finally change Sheena's thing. Alright, yeah. Not that I'm using Sheena right now. I don't know if I'm going to keep Al. We'll see. I feel like Al doesn't do as much damage as she did in the
a
first
save
game.
point.
She's also not very critical to the story. So we also got like all the characters from the first part of the game, but it was basically just Sheena was like, here, have all these characters. They're like avatars. I was like, okay.
That's...
Okay, so, yes. I have a feeling this is going to be a story event. I also feel like they didn't voice this section of the story. Like, I've had to voice all of this. It's been odd, because usually the night stuff has mostly been voiced. Oh my god, it's voiced again. Thank you.
Oh, it's Liliana's mother. Finally, we found her.
Found Liliana's mother standing by herself. She hadn't seemed to notice us.
Oh, I'm so happy we found her. Sure.
What do you want to do, Liliana? If you're scared, want me to talk to her first?
No, I should be the one. I'll handle this myself.
Okay, got it. Don't worry, though. We'll stand right here, watching.
Okay.
Liliana mustered up the courage to approach her mother.
Mommy?
I forgot about this. So, she calls her mom Mommy. Which, I was hoping her mom was going to be all wrapped up in bandages, but that did not happen.
Liliana?
Yes. I love you. Hate me all you want, but no one else can replace you as my mommy. So...
Liliana, you're so...
Liliana's mother's shoulders started to shake. She slowly approached Liliana. Tears filled her eyes, though I was suspicious. Yeah, I'd be suspicious too. Her mom definitely had a major freak out last time.
Really are so courageous.
Mommy!
But how annoying can you be?
Oh boy.
Mommy!
Liliana, come here.
there!
Roddy and I stepped between Liliana and her mother to protect Liliana.
Out of the way! Move! I'm going to kill this little shit! Kill! I'll kill! No!
I won't let you! How can you say that about your own daughter?
Liana's mom seemed to be completely broken. Despite the circumstances, perhaps it was for the best for us to part with Liliana's mother. But it's difficult to say.
I'm not wrong! Wrong! I mean, can't you see? I'm trying! It's all their damn fault! Making me do this bitch's work! Damn it! Damn it!
Foam guzzled out of her roaring mouth.
You did nothing wrong, Mummy. No one blames you. Please remain calm.
Why would you say that? You'll blame me too, won't you? You think I'm a failure of a mother? Then I don't think about my kid?
What? I never said that.
I hate everyone for blaming me!
Liana's mother screamed before transforming into a vicious monster.
Is that a shadow matter?
Wait! So they do start out as people?
Mommy! No! Mommy! Damn you! Damn you, devil!
Let's go, Roddy.
You got it!
Alright. There we go. We'll see if this thing one-shots us. I did try to do a little bit of leveling.
Liliana!
Oh my god!
I'll do this.
That is horrifying.
I'll look at the information.
Yeah, okay, well, this is... It's gonna be kind of annoying. How to do this? Let's see if I can get in here. Okay. So, I mean, with this map, we're basically just gonna be glitching non-stop. That's what we got to work.
Let's go.
Alright. Actually, what's your
Confirming.
armor? Okay, you're a son.
Haha!
Let's see, let's send you into that explosive too.
Die! Are you prepared to
Oh my.
die?
It has a shocking amount. Oh no. This is bad. I don't think I can actually use the
Goodbye!
other marks with my other people
You're in the way! I feel power
It's my
overflowing.
turn!
because they're already too high. Like if I touch one of those things, I think I'm gonna die. Well, this will be an interesting fight. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I can always reset if we have to, and then I can just like if you camp, it'll zero out the corruption meters, so we can do that if we have to. I'm not too worried so far.
There!
I think we'll be alright. Is there another one of those? There is, but she's in the way. Okay.
Eat this! Cha! Ha! Cha!
Get out of my
This
way!
should do it.
Just wait till I get to you.
Okay. Let's see. definitely want to do that. Let's do that. And...
Hey, how's this?
That's fine. We don't need to bump him.
Right behind. Punch
it out.
energy.
Damn
Stop
it.
right there.
Damn it! You missed! Woo! Jesus!
I'll do my best.
He hits hard. Okay. Let's see. Oh man. And his hits are, well, her hits are probably, given that it's a mom, but her hits also increase corruption. So, I mean, Al's gonna go into everything soon. Gonna use that, and then...
There.
Alright, let's send her into this explosion again.
Hey, are you okay? A bunch. Ha! Eat this.
Okay,
Blow away.
nice.
Here I go!
Okay. Is there any more? Oh, there's one right over there. Okay, let's go ahead and use this.
Get him, Let's
Go!
Alright.
Haha!
Oh, oh! I forgot to use the glitch.
You're in the way!
Oh no. Unfortunately.
Just wait till I get to you.
I'll use the house. I don't even remember what house looks like.
Why?
Not us. Definitely make sure we don't walk on anything. That'll be a disaster. Okay, we need one that'll knock back.
Done. This is goodbye. Die! Got you! I'll crush you! It's over. Go away! I pooped.
Pretty easy.
We win! Oh, they're
Yes,
treating
I've
me
got it.
better. Must kill the devil.
Liliana gripped her nail bat and slowly approached her mother, who fell to her knees.
Lily, Anna, it hurts. Save me.
Alright, we're gonna have to save. I mean, I'll probably save again, and it also doesn't matter because apparently you can just quick reload if you get a death end in the second game of the series. The first one you couldn't, and I definitely did a couple things where I died and had to like speed through a bunch of the story, so, and or do a boss again. So I'm still paranoid, even though this game handles it a lot better. And we've never got to a point where I can't save the game, which, I mean, maybe if you're in the death end, I could, like, that's the only point where I would think the game would be like, okay, yeah, you probably don't need to save here. Otherwise, I don't see why you can't save the game at any time. Liliana lifted her nail bat and swung down. Liliana's mother's screams made my toes curl.
Liliana?
Must kill the devil.
Oh my goodness. Well, this is insane.
Stop,
Hey, Chris.
Liliana. Save me.
The devil stole my family from me, so I can never forgive him. I can never, ever, ever
She swung and swung and swung.
I killed the devil.
Liliana.
I killed the devil for possessing my mother. I saved her. So, I did the right thing, right?
Liliana, stop. You did. You can let go now.
Mommy! Mommy! I'm so sorry. I never should have been born.
It was the first time we saw Liliana break down. Normally her pain stayed hidden somewhere inside of her, but the pain of losing her mother unleashed it all at once.
Liliana.
Damn it. Seriously, why do horrible things keep happening?
I cooled myself, realizing that her pain justified her anger. So many of our classmates met cruel fates for nothing, disappearances, deaths, innocence destroyed. If these incidents were to continue, Liliana would be in great danger.
I need to find Sanae. But I want to save Liliana.
I have no choice but to leave this shit down.
It'll be okay, Liliana. I'm here.
I've got your back too. Bye, Roddy.
I had to escape the dorm with Liliana. I pledged to do so with her. After committing to the vow in my heart, I held Liliana until she stopped crying.
That is all of my report.
Well, this is some weird stuff.
Oh, is that so? The woman died, did she? Complicated thing, a mother's love. I sympathize.
Yes.
I aligned all the pieces just for them to be ruined. It irritates me that we were so close, yet so far.
Yes. Most definitely.
I tire of your face. Playing with old toys bores me. I crave excitement. I guess it's time to break in the new maid. Call for Nino Mia tomorrow.
Oh my.
Yes. As you wish.
Leave town? Yes. I can't wait any longer. If we stay, Liliana will suffer even more. Having arrived at Sheena's, I divulged to her what I had decided the night before. I thought that I could protect Liliana if I stayed close, but with her mother ending up how she did, I learned. If we stay in this forsaken dorm, I can't protect people I care about. I'm having troubling realization. I saw it yesterday with my own eyes. The curse of Lachora is real. If you disappear, fall into a panic, or succumb to any mental illness, that's a trigger. Then you become a shadow matter. How can this be? Then all the shadow matter in town are... I'm not sure, but it's dangerous here. We can't stay a second longer. Sheena, apart from you, I can't trust any of the adults here. You're right. I've been thinking to myself that I'm ready to leave this place behind. I'll help you. We'll go together. When she worked as a maid, Sheena spoke to me warmly, but when it was just the two of us, she could be frank and decisive. None of the other maids were like this. Sheena's transparency meant I could trust her. If that's the case, then sooner would be better. Do you have a plan? No, but I don't have much to pack. I'll take what I can and leave tomorrow. Understood. I don't have much luggage either. Tomorrow works for me. Beforehand, there's something I want to investigate tonight. There is? Yes. Apparently there's a section of town where there's signal. There's someone I need to contact. Signal? Contact? I don't understand, but if we're leaving tomorrow, does it really need to happen tonight? There's no telling what'll become of me, or when, so I need to make contact. RCC must be done in secrecy. RCC? What's that? It's an abbreviation which stands for Report, Contact, and Consult. RCC must be done in secrecy. It's something I picked up in Enigma. I see. So, where do we need to go? Around the shopping district is the only lead I have. Understood. Let's check it out tonight. This town gets weirder by the day. Every day it's something new. I have to make sure Mai and the others make it out safely. Before that, I need to contact someone on the outside. Sumika might be able to help me. Once I leave this place, I should rejoin the company, back in Japan. Oh, yes? Headmate, did you need something? Miss Nonomiya, the headmistress is calling for you. Please see her at her chambers at once. The headmistress? Sure thing. Follow me. I want to get packed, but I can't squeeze out of this one. Guess I'll go. Still, I wonder what the headmistress wants to talk about. Oh well, I'll ask her for some time off while I'm at it. Liliana, sorry for calling you here. How are you feeling? I'm fine. I apologize for losing my composure yesterday. I'm fine now. Except, I began to doubt whether or not I could become an exorcist. I can't seem to relinquish my weapon. How can someone who murdered her own mother exorcise demons? Perhaps I would be better off living by myself, somewhere hidden away. Liliana, what does your heart tell you? I don't want to give up. I patted Liliana's head with gentle strokes, and I offered some clumsy words of encouragement.
Liliana, in moments of crisis, move forward. Keep going. Follow your heart.
Thank you. I won't give in. Even after that dramatic experience, Liliana acted so strong. Oh, God. I feel like my throat's really dry today. It is very challenging to hit these high notes. I should try acting normal, but... Roddy, why have you come to visit me at this hour? I'm sorry, Mother. I just wanted to talk with you alone. I guess this is... I'll do it in Roddy's inner monologue voice. I thought it would be better to do without anyone else around, so I found my mother at a moment when the handmaid wasn't working. How unusual. Are you in need of some affection? Roddy, remember that you must conduct yourself as a model dorm student at all times. As the daughter of the headmistress, I have to be the top student. It's burned into my brain. I don't know any other way. But I came to her to speak with her as a daughter would a mother. As flesh and blood, not for affection. Mother, there are several incidents happening around town in the dorm. You must know how strange it is. I find it abnormal. I concur. What could possibly be happening? Do you know what the bishop thinks it is? Come here, Roddy. Mother? Everything is fine. There's nothing to worry about. How long has it been since I've sat on her lap and since she patted my head, the warmth of her gentle touch? Mother? Forgive me for not spending as much time with you as your mother, Roddy. It must have made you so anxious. But Roddy, you don't need to worry about such affairs. I'm always on your side. Our relationship as headmistress and student superseded our relationship as mother and daughter. So, I didn't take this gesture of kindness lightly. Yes. Of course. You are on my side too, right? Yes. She was kind, but her question seemed loaded, as if she would refuse any other answer. I responded instinctively. Mother's face inched closer to mine as she peered into it. Her face was unusually close. It was so sudden, I couldn't comprehend it as it was happening. Mother's lips were pressing mine. That was all I could process. I couldn't breathe. Her lips blocked my mouth, and I struggled to inhale. My vision became white and hazy. Oh, Roddy, my adorable daughter. Mother grabbed my jaw and forced eye contact. Even I could tell that I was blushing from embarrassment. I believed in you, my darling daughter. I escaped from the room as if in flight, and I sprinted into my room without turning back. Had I stayed there longer, I would have been further humiliated. I couldn't bear the thought. Wait, what exactly had I gone there to discuss with her? Liliana, are you tired? If you are, you can rest here, you know. Oh, I couldn't. I shouldn't inconvenience you two like that. Also, this headmistress is extremely weird. Like, weird incest vibes. Weird everything vibes. He's like whipping that head maid. It was my suggestion. Don't worry about it, Liliana. My. Hey, Roddy. With everything going on, I think it's best if Liliana rests up in this room today. That's right. I was trying to bring up the weird stuff going on. So why did she react like that? Tomorrow, together with Liliana. Mother, what's happened to you? Hey, Roddy? Oh, I'm fine, Mai. Super full of energy. I see. I understand that you weren't listening to our conversation. Oh, I'm sorry, Mai. So, what were you talking about? I'm planning to leave town with Liliana tomorrow. This place is too dangerous for her. Mai? Leave town? That's right. There's something wrong with La Chora. Wordsworth included. None of the adults seem to care. The longer we stay here, the more Liliana's in danger. Myself too. That's why we're leaving. So Roddy, I'm sorry. Mai, would it be okay if I went too? This isn't a game. Besides, if you join us, you'll never get to come back. In other words, you'd be separated from the headmistress, your mother. Even so, do you want that? Yes, count me in. You see, I've been thinking for a while now about the town, about what happened to the students, about the maids and mother, and about you and Liliana too, Mai. I don't want to stay behind. I want to be with both of you. Are you serious? You're sure you know you can't come back? Yeah, I'm serious. I see. I understand that. Mai. Roddy, you're risking your lives for me. I apologize. For the 100th time, it's fine. Stop worrying about it. That's right. If all three of us stay together, there's nothing to be scared of. Then it's decided. Okay, you two for now. Let's act normal around the dorm until evening. No one else can know, understand? Roddy and Liliana nodded quietly, her gazes solemn in the infirmary. Okay. Oh my goodness. Bunch of people to talk to. Alright. Let's get to it. I honestly don't know who this character is. Oh, is this a programmer? Hey, Mai. Let's go already. Wait, just a little longer. Roddy's been waiting a while now. Should we end about? I couldn't stop turning the pages, though. How did Colette have this book? Every time I turned a page of the book, Colette was reading. I had more questions. Hey, why are you reading such an old book? Huh? It should be the latest one. This? We looked at each other, confused. I thought about it. We're in the middle of nowhere. They don't even have access to a PC. An old book like this is probably all they can get. So this is the latest one you have? Wait, have you been reading a more updated book on it? Amazing. She gave me a look of respect. I felt my cheeks warm up. Well, even if this book is a little dated, it's good to understand what's in it. Newer books are more useful though. I mean, technology is always evolving. Books are being written all the time. Yeah, I'd like to learn a lot more about programming, but... Colette's voice got much lower. Even if she wanted to study more, she doesn't have the materials here. I can let you borrow what I use to study. I remember it all too. Really? Colette's countenance brightened up, and I couldn't help but smile. I've always wanted someone to talk about this stuff. About this stuff. I'll bring it over the next time I see you. Thanks, Mai. I'm going to try my best to catch up to you as we have something to talk about. But hey, could you explain something to me? It's on this page here. Let me see. Colette was embarrassed as she pointed. Oh, this. As I started to explain, I could tell she was getting very excited. I forgot about the other two. They were watching us from one table over. They're in their own little world. Maybe we should go back so we don't get in their way. Roddy? No, Mai is mine! Come on, Mai. Let's get out of here. Huh? Whoa, what's going on? I sat back when I felt my arm being pulled. You completely forgot about us. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to focus, so can you keep it down? Actually, why are you still here? You can go on now. After I said that what I had to, I placed my attention back on the book. Roddy grunted. She was upset, but I had already stopped caring. Oh my. Oh, Mai is being cold. It's pointless right now. Let's go, Roddy. But I still like that part of you, Mai. I told you, she can't hear you. Poor Roddy. Alright. We'll save the room one for last. I think this is the RA. Who knows what she's up to? I spotted Abigail walking in an empty room alone, and I stopped. That was the RA, right? I wonder why she's going into that room. There's nothing in it. Maybe someone asked her to do some chores. Let's go see if she needs help. Do I have to do that? Fine. I had absolutely no interest in doing that, but Liliana and Roddy already trotted ahead of me. I had to go now. What? This looks like our room, not like another room. Maybe all the rooms just look alike. Hooray! We come to help you. What are you doing? What are you doing here? Abigail looked down awkwardly. There was a large bag at her feet. It looked like she was packing. We should be asking you the same thing. Yeah, why are you packing your things? The imaginations of Roddy and Liliana were running wild. They look heartbroken already. Well, are you leaving? Abigail took too long to respond, so I called her out. She sighed and didn't try to hide it. I wasn't planning on keeping it from everyone, and I really was going to tell you when I saw you next. I found a new job and a new place to live in another town. I'll be leaving here soon. She had mentioned it before. She's actually leaving. I get it now. You were being so stern the other day because you won't be here to guide us anymore, huh? What? Weren't you scolding someone in here the other day? You were watching? Well, we were passing by. We saw you hugging right after, too. I see. Well, you're right, Mai. I already knew that I'd be leaving. I wanted everyone to be more independent than when I found them. For our sake? Of course. I got a little too worked up, though. I feel like I'm drifting into a country accent for her, but maybe it's fine. We'll give her a more unique than I think I've given her thus far. Liliana looked up at her with a deep admiration. Abigail couldn't help but blush. So she wasn't just a ditzy girl after all. I guess there's a reason you're at the RA.
Oh my! You can just be honest with your feelings and tell us how moved you are with her kindness. My, you really are a shy one, huh?
What are you talking about? She's the one who's blushing. We looked at Abigail, who's back at being herself, her usual ditzy self. Looks like she's back to normal now.
I'm sorry to bring it up. Abigail, I have to say, you look so very cute earlier.
That's just because Maya was being so cute.
Yeah, Maya isn't usually so honest. Can you imagine when she's just that she was just complimenting you the other day, too?
She doesn't need to know that. I started to feel annoyed with Roddy teasing me so much, so I poked her. Her reaction, of course, was very exaggerated.
Goodness, you're so rough. What if that leaves a mark? You'll have to treat me to dinner for that.
Why don't I just put you in a box and ship you to a new dormitory so they can deal with you?
Hey!
All right. That's enough, you two. Now, we were bickering as usual. Abigail let out an elegant laugh.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. It's just that I feel so relieved. It's good to see how close you all are.
I can recall Abigail encouraging me to make friends with Roddy. I wonder if she already knew she was leaving when she told me that.
All three of you need to stick together, okay? Don't forget that. Okay.
All right. I decided to nod in agreement this time. Abigail was pleased with our response and drew a warm, happy smile. Wait a minute. I feel like this person just appeared. Like, what the heck? Church. I don't remember this. I think this girl's name starts with a C. Maybe. I don't remember what her thing is though.
Thank you for waiting. Let's go. Today's food looks delicious as usual. Come on, let's find a seat already.
Where to sit? Maybe by the window? In the corner of the noisy cafeteria, I saw Sarah. She stared listlessly out the window.
What is it, Mai?
Oh, I just thought it was strange that Sarah looked so quiet over there.
That's true. I wonder if something happened. Oh, it looks like there are seats over there. Let's go.
Can we sit here? Oh, it's you girls. Sure, go ahead. Sarah glanced at us. She remained still. Shortly after, her gaze was returned to out beyond the window.
Oh, no. Seriously, is she alright? Her voice sounds so gloomy.
She really doesn't seem like herself. Could it be that she's acting like this because something happened between her and the RA?
Huh? I find it hard to believe that they get in a fight, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, Sarah might scold the RA and tell her that she's being too nice sometimes, but Abigail usually just laughs it off. As we sat there trying to figure out why Sarah wasn't eating at all, she let out a big sigh. I can hear you. Why do you girls care? So many of the students here would prefer that I stay quiet.
We're just concerned, alright? You don't seem yourself. If you don't want to talk to us, maybe you should talk to Abigail.
Sarah's brow twitched. I can't. From here on out, I can't rely on Abby anymore.
What?
Sarah was squeezing her hands, currently set upon the table, into fists. Does Sarah know too? Is it because she's leaving?
Yeah, and you two are so close. It would make sense that Sarah knows.
More importantly, how do all of you know?
Well, we just happened to find out the other day. It was kind of an accident.
I see. That works just fine for me. I have something to ask you. She must have felt safe to talk to us, since we knew what was going on. I could see she was beginning to relax. Do you think I could take Abby's place? Wait, are you going to be the next RA? It hasn't been decided yet, but I'm one of the candidates being considered. Sarah seemed even more depressed.
Are you worried they won't pick you? You'd be perfect. You always pay close attention to the rules, and you do your best to keep everyone safe. I think so too. That's so amazing that they chose you as a candidate. I'm sure they'll pick you.
Do you honestly think so? It seems like Roddy and Liliana's words didn't land with her at all. Was something else bothering her? If you want a real answer, you need to tell us what you're actually talking about. Otherwise, we can't help you.
My?
It doesn't seem like you're actually stressed about whether or not they're going to pick you. Sarah gasped. She stared at me for a few moments, but eventually cast her gaze upon the floor. You're right.
What? Are you stressed because you don't want to be one?
I didn't say that, but I really don't know if I'm fit to fill Abigail's shoes. I mean, I'm fully aware that I'm stubborn and that I don't have a great temper, you know. And I know that people think about me. Sarah smiled to her self-deprecating comment. Oh, that's all? That's all? What the hell? This could be a big problem. If a bad candidate gets chosen, the other students would. Look, I get it, but I think what scares you more than that is the idea of failing to live up to the role of RA, ultimately letting down Abigail. Huh? Silence fell upon the table. If that's all of this stress is about, I honestly think it's pointless to worry. Oh no, she's being quiet now. Was I being too forward? I looked at Roddy for some kind of support, but she was just staring at me, quite harshly, in silence.
My, as usual, you really don't know how to use your words.
Well, excuse me.
What Mai is trying to say, Sarah, is that this is a non-issue simply because we're all confident that you'd be a great RA. Knowing you, Mai as well as any of us, knows that you can live up to standards set by Abigail.
What? So, she wasn't scolding me? Why would you think I was scolding you?
You didn't do a very good job of explaining yourself, Mai.
Having Liliana call me out like that didn't make me feel very good. I just get shy complimenting people. I'm not good at it. Abigail was the one who nominated you for the role, and she's someone who knows you quite well. That just means you're that much more able, doesn't it? Your pros outweigh whatever cons you think exist here.
Pros? Yeah, haven't you been listening? We were complimenting you.
We didn't mind saying it over and over again, Sarah. You always do the right thing. Oh, hey! Thanks for the raid. Yeah. How did the baking go? I didn't manage to watch any of it, but I imagine it was pretty exciting. Okay. How's it going, Justin? We didn't mind saying it over and over again, Sarah. You always do the right thing, and you're very responsible. You follow the rules. Hey. Nice to meet all the other people who are coming in this raid. Hopefully, maybe you'll enjoy this game. It's a pretty weird game, honestly. We're in the kind of boring visual novel part. I mean, it's not like immensely boring, but I feel like the horror parts are better in this game. Oh. Thanks, Justin. That's super nice of you. Yeah, I am definitely could use that, and also I need more followers at some point. We'll see. Maybe I am planning on playing Shadow Hearts next. Covenant, not the first one, because I already played the first one. But thanks for the follow.
You're always always care about the other students, and you're a kind, dependable senior.
Me. You also get to hear me do like a million girl voices. 'Cause that's like the only characters that are in this game. I will definitely like that better in Shadow Hearts. At least there will be more than just very young characters. The problem is I kind of run out of voices. It wasn't just Abigail who thinks that. So many more people would agree with me. You're a great fit, Miss R.A. to be. Well, thanks for the follow. Good Monday morning. Roddy and Liliana both smiled warmly at Sarah. His expression began to soften. I see. You girls might be right. Thanks, everyone. Alright. Problem is, too, I don't remember who half these characters are. There's so many, and they're so kind of inconsequential. I mean, sometimes the interactions between the main characters are funny in respect to these characters. And you uneducated fool. Whoa, what the? I frowned at what I heard. I was having such a nice stroll, too.
Wow, that was startling. I wonder what that person must have done to be yelled at like that. Huh? Isn't that Elizabeth being scolded?
Roddy immediately looked worried. Goodness, young kids these days. Who do you think you are, saying that my products are uninspired and pedestrian? Humph! You better not tell that to anyone else. You got that?
Oh my, there she goes again. Why is she picking a fight with that person? The owner is so intimidating.
Alright, have fun, Jeff. It looks like she's learned her lesson. Should we take her back? Elizabeth was hanging her head down in front of the owner. You could tell that she was hurt by his yelling.
Yeah, let's go give her a hand. Good afternoon, sir. I'd like to apologize for my friend's behavior.
I'm gonna give her a talking to when we get back. Roddy told the clerk that she'd walk her home. The owner seemed surprised for a second, but he was satisfied. With a friend like this, you'll do all right. I'll let it slide this time. You talk some sense into your girl.
Yes, of course. I apologize for the inconvenience, sir.
Come on, let's go. We bowed at the owner, who finally calmed down, and Roddy reached for Elizabeth. To our surprise, she slapped her hand away. Stay out of this. What the? Your friend was apologizing for you. How dare you? I didn't ask for her to fight for me. What's with your attitude? You don't feel sorry yet, do you? Well, I'm gonna give you something to be sorry about.
Dear me, I stepped out of line.
Maybe. If she doesn't want any help, I guess we'll just have to watch the show. Oh my. The owner calmed down a few moments later. His rage subsided. Go. Hey, are you feeling... Elizabeth, with tears in her eyes, glared at us as we stopped. She ran off without saying a thing.
Wait, Elizabeth.
Leave her be. She wants to be alone.
But will she be alright?
Huh?
Elizabeth is very timid. She's acting arrogant because she's proud of her family and wants to revive it to its former glory.
I see. I thought about how Elizabeth looked before she ran off. To do all that, despite failing so many times, maybe she doesn't know how to handle her pride.
Well, let's try to be there for her as much as we can.
Fine. As much as I don't want to, I understand how people can be. Sometimes they just can't move on from the past. Okay, I think this is this Pick? I don't know. Maybe it's Pick?
My, it's...
Liliana heard what happened before from Roddy, and her brows furrowed as she pointed. A girl was walking towards us. It was Molly.
Is she going to mess with you again?
I think this is the other girl that was bullying Mai at the beginning of the game. I think it was Pick and Molly. Roddy practically got into a battle stance and got very close to me as if she was going to protect me. Molly was acting a little strange. Normally she wouldn't rush up to us, ready to fight.
My?
Huh?
I'm sorry for everything.
As Liliana and Roddy gave Molly a cold stare, she bowed down towards me. An apology. What are you doing?
It's just, I'm tired. Everyone's ignoring me. It's like I don't exist at all. I can't stand this anymore. Please, would you let me join your group?
How dense are you that you'd be able to ask me that? She kind of reminds me of Pick right now. What's the point of an apology if all it's meant to do is protect oneself?
Everyone hates me. They ignore me because they despise my guts. Calm down, Molly. It's your attitude. It's not you per se. That's why they ignore you, Molly. What? I've heard people talking. You're always so quick to put down others. I heard you also command people to buy things for you. If you're really doing things like that, of course no one's going to want to be near you. They wouldn't know how to interact with you either.
Roddy, who stared at Molly down moments ago, was actually offering real advice. I guess it really isn't in her character to ignore someone in need.
But I was able to do that when Vina was here. We all used to have fun.
Molly? Liliana gave her a look of pity. She must have realized that Molly didn't have any real solid friendships in her life. Your whole life, your friendships have always been fake, haven't they?
Fake? If you really think that, then what does a real one look like? I really don't know. Hey, really, if you know, just tell me. Everyone trusts you now, Mai. If I'm able to spend time with you, maybe I can live the way I used to. Please, I'm just so exhausted of this. I don't know what else I can do.
The way she looked at me was pitiful. She was clingy. She was just kissing up to me. I already wanted to put distance between us. You and I will never be friends.
What?
Molly's eyes were quickly filled with despair. Aren't you the girl who used to stomp around this place with Vina, bullying whoever was in your path? It's offensive that you'd think you could just be friends with us despite all that you did. Did you think this would work?
So, you won't let me?
Molly crumbled into the floor. At the very least, I suggest that you reflect upon your actions until the time comes for you to graduate.
Reflect?
Yeah, take some time, examine how it is that you got here, search your soul. It's unusual you don't feel guilty. Maybe figure out why that is. It's up to you, really. To accept your sins, or, well, there's not much left to say, really. I've said enough, I think. Molly started to wail. I walked back to my room alone.
Why? What am I supposed to do? Molly. Liliana, let's go. We can't just leave her here. You can't say anything to her right now. It won't accomplish anything. But Molly? Huh? Elstrain will always watch over you. I remember the carefree girl you used to be when you first arrived here. You used to walk with such a beautiful kindness. I suggest you take some time and repent.
Alright. Oh no. It feels like for every character I clear, it's just like, here, have another. Alright, so this is Pick. We'll just go straight to her, because, I mean, this will be, I guess, kind of a tie-in. Again, this is the other bully girl who Mai doesn't like at all, because she was bullied right at the start of the game by these two. As soon as we arrived at the cafeteria, I saw Pick from the corner of my eye. There was a girl next to her. It was Molly, the other bully who was with Vina. Are they hanging out again?
I don't know. I haven't seen them together like that in a while.
They don't seem like they're making friendly conversation over there. Like Liliana said, it didn't seem friendly. The air between them seemed distant for people who were supposed to be friends. Molly, do you have a second? What do you want? I'm sorry. I'm even attempting to talk with you despite everything. Seriously, what is this? I just really wanted to talk with you. I wanted to know what you think. Mai said that I was fake, and I think I agree with her. I know full well that what I've done, but I placed all the blame on Vina. I could have always refused her request, but I didn't because she would have made me a target too. I decided to let other people be on the receiving end of her bullying instead. Well, you're not wrong there. You've always made excuses for your behavior and did things to excuse yourself from any responsibility. So this game is, I don't know, it's like half visual novel and half RPG, kind of. Although this game feels like it's straight a bit more into the visual novel territory. So, like, a lot of the day is just kind of this stuff, which is, I don't know, it's just kind of like the girls talking to each other, which a lot of these girls, like a lot of the girls are not very important to the, well, sometimes they show up in the more horror-esque story of, like, the RPG part is much more horror themed. So, like, everything kind of turns weird at night, and then you go out into, like, this scary dungeon. But during the day, it's just kind of this orphanage with a bunch of girls. So, the main event that we're working up towards right now is a bunch of these girls are going to try and escape this orphanage, because it's, like, super weird. It's kind of that. There's not much magic, really. But it's all, like, orphan girls who are, I don't know, sort of have their own issues. Yeah, so like they all kind of have their own unique issues for being here. Like the main character, she murdered her father after he he was kind of like strangling her in like a drunken rage, and then she used like a knife and slit his throat. And then she ended up here, but she's like looking for her sister, who supposedly came here and then vanished, and nobody here seems to know anything about the sister. So everyone's kind of, I don't know, wishy-washy, and people disappear here all the time. And then there's monsters that only some of the girls can see. And the headmistress of this orphanage is super weird and creepy. Like, she acts very strange most of the time. And then there's also a church here. The church also seems very suspect, but most of the people here seem to be part of that religion. The word fake suits you just fine. It kind of is. I don't know. I mean, it's very story heavy, but again, like, these parts of it aren't super important. I mean, they've come up in some of the events, because, like, there was a time where there was, like, an event between two of the girls who kind of were falling in love, but one of them was kind of also in love with the headmistress, and then, like, one of them was, like, super jealous, and she ended up killing the other one, and then she transformed into a monster after that. Which also, I guess we kind of just found that out. Like, if you have, like, a mental breakdown here, it seems like you kind of transform into some kind of monster. But only some people can see the monster, so I don't know what you look like if you don't see that, because nobody who can't see the monsters has ever been part of the party. Whoa, are you going to start fighting? It's getting pretty heated. Liana's eyes seemed anxious as they were fixed on the contentious pair. While he sneered at Pick, she turned red from anger or perhaps embarrassment. I've always hated you. Because of you, Vina did all those things. It's your fault that Vina escalated things. That's why I was always afraid of you. What's your problem? Are you trying to blame me now? Pick, you are not guiltless. You listened to each and every one of Vina's orders, too. It was because I was scared. You actually enjoy doing that stuff. That's just an excuse. You're such a coward. They're clearly fighting. We should stop them. I'm not interested. We need to stop the fight. Hey, Mai. Maybe Pick finally decided to do some soul searching. Her words suggested that anyway. The reason why she opened up to Molly was probably because she wanted Molly to realize the weight of her actions. I may be giving her too much credit, though. Will they be
right? Someone will stop them if it gets out of hand.
Despite what I said, I was a bit worried and kept my eyes on Pick and Molly.
I'm tired.
Yeah, but I feel better now.
I don't know how we ended up like this.
Yeah, hey Molly, would you mind if I reached out to you again just to talk?
I thought you hated me.
I do.
You know? I don't know why I feel that way, but I don't want to be able to talk. I want to be able to talk through it. I feel like I have to. I don't want to run away from this feeling anymore, so is it okay if I reach out again? I guess, but I'd be open to that.
Alright. To the church. I don't know who this character is. Admittedly, there are so many characters. And most of them are not particularly, yeah, like I was kind of saying, like I feel like the main character, which is like these three girls and one additional person, their interactions are kind of the more interesting part because you actually see them interact way more. We finished our chores, sweeping the town for the day, and headed to the dorm. Spotted a girl as we walked. We should have all been done by now, but the girl Mercy was still cleaning.
Mercy, you're still cleaning? Volunteer time is finished now. Why are you still cleaning? Oh, well, if I do it, then the townsmen won't have to do it.
Oh, I think this is the girl who's obsessed with appeasing the townsmen. So, you're not doing it because you want to? I looked at the townsmen nearby, and they all gave Mercy a cold stare. They seemed to be wanting her to keep her mouth shut.
Oh, it's not like that at all.
She volunteered to do it, right? Yep. We just asked her to help a little. Help a little? Why does it seem like she's the only one cleaning?
Yeah, they're forcing you to do this.
But I don't mind. Again with the fake laugh. You could tell she was lying. Roddy witnessed the townspeople taking advantage of Mercy and began to glare at them. So Roddy is the one in green. She's like in the middle of the screen here. And she is very infatuated with the girl in red. The red one is Mai. The blue girl who isn't here right now, that's Liliana. So that's like the main three cast. There's also a maid who's part of our team. Well, like maid nun. Her name's Sheena. And we'll probably see her potentially at night. Once we reach that point.
You need to stop this outrageous treatment, Mercy. Don't clean anymore. We're going back to the dorms.
She's helped you enough. Do the rest yourselves. Ugh. Leaving a job halfway done like that? Kids these days are so... The nerve, right? How dare you talk back to their elders? Such useless children. I'll never ask for a favor again. Finally, they're gone. I can't believe they made you do all that. They're such horrible people.
That was scary. It's okay now. I'm going to tell my mother to have stern talking with them.
Mercy shuddered.
No, don't do that. I felt like cleaning anyways. I don't want to make it a big deal. Yeah, but...
There wasn't anyone else around. We were alone. Come to think of it, cleaning should be done in pairs. Weren't you paired with Elizabeth? Did she go home already?
Oh, yeah, she did. What? So, she just watching the townspeople walk all over you and she decided to run off without you?
They did not. Selby was so excited with the colors, though. No, most of the girls wear what Roddy has on, like that green overcloak. But the... Like, you can tell the kind of school uniform that's normalized between them, like that cravat and the plaid skirt, and everybody has like a name tag somewhere. I don't know where Mai's name tag is. You can see the Roddy one. Her last name's Dahlhart, so I think you can kind of, I don't know if it's her full name. Her full name's Ron Dahlhart, but everybody calls her Roddy.
That's really messed up.
Well, Elizabeth doesn't know about this. What do you mean? She was here cleaning with you, so there's no way she couldn't have known about it. Don't tell me. You were cleaning here all by yourself from the start.
What? I can't believe she forced cleaning onto you like
that. She definitely has a bigger bust. I think hers is like on her jacket or something, but I don't know where it is. They all have one somewhere.
Is that true, Mercy?
I don't know. Teenagers mostly, although some of the girls are like way young. And due to some of the content of this game, I think they scrubbed some of the ages just because, like, basically, there are some, like, transformations that involve very little clothing, and it's like, I don't really, let's just pretend we don't know how old these people are. But, yeah, they're mostly seem like they're teenagers. Even in the first game, which was all like 30-year-old people, they all look not even close to 30. But they were like working at a company, so I like in that case I can believe that they were all adults. But this game is mostly young people. Sheena is in her 30s though, if we see the nun maid soon. We'll see if she shows back up. I feel that way too. I feel like people often confuse me for, like, I've often been confused for somebody who is apparently still in college, which I have not been in college in a very, very long time. I mean, I think living in Berkeley at one point probably made that more of a thing since it's a college town. But I definitely still get people who think I am very young. I'm like, nah, I'm so old.
She tried to help me until the very end, but I was worried about her. Is that so? If she's sick, but when that happens, she needs to report and get a replacement. Well, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, it's probably best I report this to my mother. The townsmen should not be demanding students to clean. It's terrible. Don't worry, though. I'll keep your name out of it.
If possible, please don't mention Elizabeth either.
If you've been cleaning the whole time on your own, it means you didn't take responsibility and report her sickness.
But there wasn't that much time left. I really thought I'd be able to do it on my own. Really, rules are rules. This isn't something you can brush away. You can't do it. You can't tell Elizabeth. Please, I'll do anything. Oh, she's getting riled up knowing Elizabeth would get talked about. It's rare to see Mercy worked up like this.
Fine. We'll only report the townsmen. You hurry on home.
Ratty, thank you.
Well, see you. Yeah, I wish I could do something. I hate to see people being taken advantage of.
If that's what she really wants, there's not really much we can do. Let's head home.
Okay.
Not much we can do, huh? Saying it out loud didn't make the phrase any less bitter to me. There. So this is the blue girl I was talking about. This is Liliana. Who wants to be an exorcist, and apparently she just crushed her mom's head in with a baseball bat in a very crazy scene. I mean, they don't really show that, but that's what happened.
Hey, I have an idea, you two. Why don't we try to bake something soon?
Oh, I haven't really had anything sweet to snack on in a little while.
I know, right? Why don't we bake a cake?
I'll pass. I prefer to eat food rather than to prepare it.
I'll teach you.
No, I'd rather not learn to hate cakes.
Oh, you're so stubborn. Hey, Liliana, you want a bake, right?
Are you sick, Liliana?
Oh, sorry. I'm fine. Yeah.
You seem down. What's wrong?
Well, I had a conversation with other kids about our future careers, and I said I wanted to be an exorcist, but they said I was weird. Is an exorcist that weird of a job?
Liliana, you said that. Who said that to you? You tell me right now.
Hey, Ma, stop that! What are you gonna do if she tells you?
They're going to pay for hurting the adorable Liliana. Is that a problem?
That will only cause more problems. Just calm down. I really didn't think they meant any harm by it. Don't worry about it. Your eyes look so scary.
All right, if you say so, Liliana. But listen, don't let them get to you.
Ma's right. She has a point. You know, I know. Why don't we hear about... You don't hear about too many people who want to be exorcists, but it's your dream and it's not something you should shy away from, you know?
Yes, I'm not going to give up on it. Yeah, I have a question. Where do people begin to study exorcism? It seems so difficult.
Oh, I can tell you that. Wordsworth actually has an incredible amount of learning materials about exorcism. I don't really know why, but it's amazing. I'm so lucky that I found this place. Yeah, right. I forgot. We have books about that here. You wouldn't find anything like that in other libraries, but this dorm has a whole section dedicated to the subject.
Wow, that is impressive. That is very weird. Like Roddy said earlier, you don't hear much about exorcism these days. Our generation doesn't generally hold serious conversations on demonic like previous ones probably did. Yet this dorm has an entire section of the library devoted to it. I wonder why they decided to keep that information here. I didn't even know that many books on the subject even existed. Well, if it makes Liliana happy.
So, that's why this place is perfect for me to learn how to become an exorcist.
You must love to read.
Yes, I rented a new book about devils yesterday, but... What is it? I just thought people might look at me funny if they saw I was reading it in my room.
Who cares about what they think? No one has the right to deny what's dear to you.
He's right. It's not like you're doing anything wrong. You should read what you want. My, Roddy.
We won't think you're strange just because you want to become an exorcist. And if someone gives you any trouble at all, just tell me or Roddy. We'll protect you.
Yeah, leave it to us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Liliana's anxiety seemed to melt away. It was nice to see her smile again. Alright. So now we'll probably transition in tonight, but there'll probably be something explaining what's going to happen.
Hey, Mai. What should I pack?
Don't bring anything you can't run with. Packing light would be the smartest move.
Yeah, they're, like I said earlier, they're going to try and run away from this orphanage.
I can't decide what to take.
Well, money or food, for example. No harm in bringing that. But it's limited to what fits in your bag. If we're being chased, we need to be able to run, right?
I see. Got it.
I don't have much in terms of luggage.
We discussed the details of our escape in the hallway.
Perhaps we should save this conversation for our room?
Well, the maids are making the rounds right now.
Oh, you can see May's dog tag there. It's like poking out from the side of her coat. And Liliana's just, I guess, like a necklace. Each student was in charge of keeping her room clean, but the maids were in charge of changing sheets and doing laundry. It was poor timing. Discussing in our rooms was even riskier.
Then what do you propose?
Somewhere we won't be overheard. Which is surprisingly hard around here.
Even going outside might be easier if we weren't safe in our own rooms. We weren't safe from eavesdropping anywhere.
If no one's nearby, this'll do fine.
At least in the hallway, we could hear someone approaching by their footsteps. I feel like you get snuck up on all the time by random people. I feel like this is a terrible idea.
Alright. There seems to be no one around.
I guess this is as safe as anywhere.
We huddled closely, continuing our secret discussion.
Elizabeth, if we do not hurry, the headmistress will be furious.
I know, but take it easy.
goodness, setting the table is tiresome. Wait, is that Roddy? And the newcomer, Mai? What's wrong? Quiet! Let's hide over there. Hey, if we don't hurry, the headmistress will have our heads.
Yes, some text is voiced. I don't know how they determine this. Usually the night events have been voiced, although, like, I just went through one that had no voice acting except for, like, one line. Which I don't know how they made the determination that that one line was going to get voiced. But yes, there is voice acting for part of the game, which I feel like is kind of common if you play, like, kind of, I don't know, under AAA, like lower budget RPGs, especially Japanese ones. I feel like they kind of pick and choose kind of what they voice. Occasionally, maybe the Japanese one could be more voiced, but I kind of like just having English voices. I don't know. I watch anime in Japanese usually with subtitles, but for games, I usually prefer English. Just because I feel like I can, I guess, like, pick up on it faster. I mean, typically I'm, like, reading the text too anyway, so it's like I'm getting both.
Seems like Roddy's been sneaking around with those troublemakers. What do you think they're up to?
Tomorrow night we'll leave town. Finish packing by then.
Right. I'll have everything sorted.
Hey, Mercy. You heard them say leave town, didn't you? Did they?
We're already caught.
That's right. I definitely heard it. Scandalous. Oh, Mercy. We can't stay here. We have to prepare as well. Prepare? Prepare for what? Are you paying attention? We're following those three when they skip town.
Some of the word choices in this game is pretty unique.
I've always thought I was destined for bigger things than a small town. Doesn't the city life suit me?
So that is very hard to say. So the first game of the series took place in modern day, and then there was like an MMO, and the MMO and the real world were like fused together. But the end result of the first game was kind of that was undone. I think this is the real world still, although left to be decided. I don't think it's a virtual world, but it could be. And at least from where Mai is from, there are like computers and stuff, and she has like a telephone, but this city doesn't have like any internet or anything. Like, this city is very old school, but it seems like the world outside is normal. And to our knowledge, Mai didn't like put on a VR headset to like come here, so if she was already in a game, then she started out in the game before she came to the city.
What? You can't just up and leave. Besides, we'll be punished. What are you saying?
We're never coming back, so who cares if we upset the faculty?
But...
Mercy, do you want to stay in this dead-end town for the rest of your life? I refuse. I'll rot if I stay here.
Please, Mercy. If you love me, won't you join me in starting a new life? Okay, then.
I feel like so many girls in this get talked into doing extremely dumb things by the people they love. That's basically like the story of this game.
I knew you'd come around, Mercy. I love you.
Definitely potentially going to have to rescue these two. And I guess one other thing is apparently you make choices in this game. They can cause you to just get a game over, so it's kind of a choose your own adventure when you get to those points. Sometimes it doesn't game over you, and in this game it just affects if these like side characters end up dying. So
I love you too.
I mean, of course. Yeah, there are game over options that are just conversation. Like, it'll like have you pick between two things. And if you pick the wrong one, you'll just die instantly. The second game is a lot better. You can reload instantly to the previous choice you just made that got you the game over. In the first one, you usually tried to save before them, but for some, like, I could save at any time. Like, I could save right here if I wanted to. But in the first one, mysteriously, sometimes it wouldn't let you do that type of save. So you'd, like, hit one of those, and you're like, I can't save. And one of these could be a game over. And then you just game over, and you're like, well, that came after I fought a boss, so now I gotta, like, refight the boss. It wasn't the best. They did a much better job with this
Let's
game.
get out of here. Mercy, turn back and enter the cafeteria from the back entrance. Okay.
Yeah, we should be getting
That's
to
it.
the
That's
RPG
all we need to
part
do.
soon.
Okay, got it. I'll be sure to gather my belongings too.
Oh, that's right. Hang on a second, you two.
What's up, Mai? Yes, Mai. What is it?
About tonight. I told Sheena I'd search the shopping district with her.
The shopping district? How come? Is something there?
We might get a possible connection signal out there. She was hoping to get in contact with someone.
I see. So she's trying to communicate with someone using a phone or computer.
If Liliana was aware of the existence of cell phones or computers, then how were the residents of Lachora so unaware? I mean, Liliana's not from the city. That's how she's so aware. She came from somewhere else, like you. It was like this town was stuck 2 decades ago. Another example of this town's bizarre spectacle.
I know those. Mai told me all about him.
Oh, do you, Roddy? Roddy's the headmistress' daughter, so she's lived in this town her whole life, so she has no clue about any of that stuff.
Let's see. They're magic tools, right?
Oh yeah, and she thinks anybody who could use computers are like mages. Although the initial computer they found like vaporized somebody, so like the main character at the end of the first game had enough power to like change the coding of the real world, basically. So maybe that's what happened to that laptop. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, this area is definitely out of time. So that's definitely the setting for them. So they don't have it, yeah, like any technology, although they've found like a computer. But the computer was just like the nun / maid, Sheena. She's looking for her old coworker who worked at the company who made the MMO of the first game. His name's Mizanashi, and he supposedly came to the city and then also vanished, just like Mia's sister. Mai's sister.
Liliana, Sheena said she could get in contact with someone with her device, which is why we need that signal. I think Sheena has an urgent message for whoever's waiting for her on the outside.
Oh, I see. Are you two ignoring me again? Meanies? It is magic, right?
Yeah, sure it is.
Yes, something like that. Thanks for nothing.
Either way, I'm helping her look for that signal. Since we're planning a big escape, we should stick together. But I won't force you to come.
Okay, leave it to us, Mai. Yes, we'll be right behind you.
Thanks, you two.
Hey, Mai!
Yeah, Roddy?
What do you mean by signal?
How do you... You have to know what a signal is, right?
Roddy shook her head in disappointment. Just what planet does she come from? Oh no, the voice acting is gone.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mai and Roddy.
You're safe, Liliana. Sorry for asking you to look for a signal with us.
It's quite all right. I want to stick by you as much as I can. You're so brave, Liliana. Oh, but so am I, Mai.
Okay. Listen closely. We're searching for something called a signal to help Sheena.
Miss Sheena? Mai, you have me though.
Drop it.
Aww.
I feel like I just liked her like cutesy voice, so I tried my best to imitate it. I feel like hers is a voice I can like actually try and imitate too. Oh, to my own. Oh, I thought you meant Roddy. I just because she talks so much, that's mostly why. And I have to do her in her monologue. So it's a lot of me saying her lines and her brain's lines. So I'm just trying to keep it close to my own. I also feel like I can't really do her righteous indignation type of talking. Where she's kind of like always pissed. Like I can do like the bubbly, cute, high-pitched voice, but I cannot. It's hard to control higher-pitched voices. When we leave town tomorrow, Sheena's gonna help us. So tonight, we're helping her. Yeah, they're kind of fun to do. I wasn't doing them, and then one of my friends was like, you should do voices. And I was like, yeah, okay. I actually find it kind of fun. I don't know. It kind of feels like a little more engaging to me sometimes, too. Just saying what the characters are saying. When I do the next game I'm doing, which is Shadow Hearts Covenant, that game I think only has voice acting in the combat and cutscenes. So, basically gonna have to do everybody's voices for most of that game. So, that'll be exciting. Like, these games at least have, like, partial voice acting. It also helps a little bit to know, like, what the character sort of sounds like if I want to try and mimic it at all. Or, like, their attitude, I guess. It's not like Sheena's mission was unrelated to our cause. Getting in contact with someone on the outside, if possible, could only help us. We had to help Sheena when possible. I hope we'll be able to contact somehow with this signal. Yes, if we can help even the tiniest bit. Oh, here she is. You're late. Sorry, I took some time getting ready. So yeah, this is Sheena, the 30-year-old maid. Sheena came just after midnight. It couldn't be helped as she's on call, and her house is a ways away from the dorm. Yeah, she's the one in black. Again, they're maids, but I feel like since this orphanage is sort of pseudo-religious, they're like nun maids. Yeah, not exactly what I would call a maid, but I mean, she is in black and white, like it's a French maid, but that's about as far as that goes. Roddy will accompany us to find the signal. That's okay, right? Yes, of course. It's best for all of us to stick together, even for a short while.
Miss Sheena, aren't you tired at all? You must be working so hard.
No, I'm wide awake.
You look tired to me as well, Miss Sheena.
What? You're not feeling well? We should cancel tonight. No, really. I'm fine. Let's hurry and find the signal, okay?
Do it tomorrow when you get some rest instead of pushing yourself tonight.
Absolutely not. We need to get out of here as soon as possible.
Right, of course.
We won't argue with that, but we're still gonna look tonight, aren't you, Sheena? Yes, quickly now. Okay, everyone, we depart tomorrow, but first, find that signal. Alright, so it seems like we're just gonna do the signal tonight. So yes, this is the RPG part.
Oh, a save point.
Let me just check where we're actually even supposed to be going. Actually...
Oh, a save point.
While we're here. Camp.
Welcome.
I'll accept the mission. That should do it.
Okay.
Welcome. Buying, are you?
probably buy more of these because we have a lot of money. I feel like soon,
Thank you.
if it's anything like the first game, there'll be like a lot of status ailments coming soon. Yeah, there are a lot of menus and screens and things for this part. I don't know, but maybe like that is kind of better.
Will this be okay? Thank you very much. How, please, do be careful.
But yeah, they don't really implement like a lot of stores. Like in the first game, you at least know who the guy who's running the shop is. In this game, it's just like, yeah, here's this dude. No. You would think, yeah, like maybe they'd have like this game would be more of a dungeon crawler. It's slightly dungeon crawly, but yeah, there aren't really classes.
I'll use this.
Most of the characters just learn like a set
How is
amount
it?
of stuff,
Does it
and you
fit me?
kind of pick which character you're gonna use. The first game had it so that you could have like supporting characters that did something, but it was hardly anything. But this game gave up on that. So for some unapparent reason, you can only field 3 characters out of this cast of however many, but most of these characters are from the first game, and they don't have any story relevance, which is also kind of weird. So yeah, basically, Liliana, Mai, Roddy, those are main story. Sheena's from the first game, but she is the maid, and then like everyone else is just a character from the first story, and you just can use them.
Let's head out. Oh, a save point. Oh, a save point.
Yeah, the first game had like more dungeon-ish looking stuff. Where am I supposed to go? Shopping district.
Oh, a save point.
Good time, I guess. And so yeah, it's kind of weird because there's only one dungeon in this game. Like it's just this whole big dungeon. Again, that's very more dungeon crawler-ish, but oh yeah, there are a lot of characters. It was like one of the previous streams. Like Sheena was just like, "Here, have all the characters from the first game. I'm not gonna explain anything. Just take them." I was like, okay. They all started like 20 levels under my main cast though, and I had to use them for a bit because people kept swapping in and out, so it was a little weird. I mean, you go to different parts of this dungeon. What are you trying to sew? I know you were doing, what was it, like a beanbag before? Was that just like as a test to work on learning to sew, and then you have like a bigger project, Justin, or? Nighttime creeps me out, as usual.
Hey, Miss Sheena, are we really gonna find a signal out here?
Roddy, it's not a signal, it's a signal. You're just so cute, aren't you? Oh yeah, Sheena seems to act like a fangirl to Mai and Roddy. I also don't know why this is the blurriest camera I've ever seen. Good God. Why is there so much blur? Sheena? Anyway, the signal should be around here. Let's look.
Indeed.
Alright. So, who knows where we're actually supposed to be going? Might go up there, because we can actually get there, and there's some key thing we should look at, so that might be the signal.
Oh, a save point.
Cool, yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt to start, yeah, doing simpler projects. I feel like I had jumped into, like, some harder projects early on. Oh yeah, all the enemies are pretty weird. Like, who knows what's going on here?
We've gotten behind them.
Let's go!
Oh my god. Yeah, so I guess I can explain combat really
Give me
quick.
info.
So these things here, they're like bugs. They give you stuff. These ones, they're like parameter up, and then there's corruption. So if you get to above 80% corruption, you go into glitch mode, which lets you do a special attack. But if you go above 100% corruption, you die instantly. So kinda don't want that to happen.
That
Wait,
enemy's
what's this
weaknesses.
do? Oh. Invincible. That's pretty nice. You also,
Getting
like,
info.
we'll see it in a minute, but you can, like, ricochet enemies around and stuff.
Phew. Lucky.
I like glitch Roddy. Okay.
A powered-up Roddy has arrived.
Roddy, push yourself!
You have a lot of abilities to use, but for the most part, you don't use a lot of them. At least in the first game, you had to like assign abilities. In this game, you can just use them all. So she transformed. This is her glitch mode. So in her glitch mode, she can do this special attack. Oh my gosh, she is going to obliterate this person.
Yeah! It's over. Bang!
Leave this to
I've gotten stronger.
So again, like in the
This was
first
super
game,
easy for me.
it was like
see.
they were inside
Then
of
from
an
now on, I'll leave
MMO.
everything to you.
So
Hey, wait! Oh, that training's paying off.
the being inside the MMO, they could like glitch out, and also in the first game, the main character could also like do weird stuff where he'd like glitch the game himself, and he could like temporarily change the game into like a shooter, or make it like you playing a weird billiards mini game, or there's like fighting game mode. I didn't usually use a lot of those. He could also summon stuff, and the summons were pretty broken because they'd just be like these big characters, and the enemies would usually just focus them. So they're pretty good. They were like basically like tanks. You drop one out and be like, for the love of God, please attack that thing, because enemies kind of hit hard in this game. You usually want to kill them as quick as humanly possible. We started to get to that point in this part of the game now, finally. Because yeah, the first game, they got ridiculous. So I don't think we can kill that thing without get something.
Seems like it can be hacked.
I don't really understand this aspect of the game. So there's like invisible walls, but on the map you can tell that there's not a wall there. Oh my god! This creepy doll is following me.
Be careful!
It's my turn.
So yeah, I don't understand that. You can use computers to hack, and they'll let you see hidden stuff. You have to use it to reveal treasure chests, though. So, I mean, that's kind of what you use them for. But
There.
and so yeah, these smaller looking things, those are like landmines.
Yeah!
Oh yeah, there's also this thing.
It's coming. Here I come.
So yeah, this thing does like an AoE attack and like moves around, and you don't want to be in that. Yeah, so you basically play pinball with all the enemies. Like, they bounce off of things. So you need to use ability, like, you just have to make sure the last attack you do has knockback on it, and then you'll like send them flying into stuff.
Hey, how's this?
So if they hit bugs, you get the bugs bonus, and if they hit these landmines, they blow up. If I walk over a landmine, it will also blow up, so I don't want to do that.
Got you.
I wonder if this thing's weak against magic.
I'll do this!
Also, if you miss those attacks, they don't go off. Which is unfortunate. Let's see, let's try a magic attack on her.
Alright! Stay there! Freeze!
Okay.
Yes!
Magic attacks do damage.
Get out of here! Disappear. That was easy.
Yup, we're
And you can overkill in this game. If you overkill, then you get more experience.
careful. I'll do my best.
So usually on maps that have like a lot of this type of stuff, it's nice to like try and kill the
That
enemies
enemy's weakness
using like
is-
glitch mode or something like that. Oh no. Okay, so this is like the first ones of these I've seen. I feel like the first game was much more aggressive with these. Yeah, so overkill just gives you more experience basically. So you can level up pretty quick if you do it right. The story, yeah, the combat is definitely unique. But yeah, in the first game there was more of these. There were some that would like even paralyze your character if you touch them. They were terrible. But this game doesn't have quite as many of those, and this is like the first one I've seen that has like a benefit and a reduction. So these ones hurt you if you touch them. So, but I'm assuming it will also hurt the enemies if they touch them. So.
There.
We're not gonna walk over that.
Fire.
Oh, and if you knock enemies into other characters, then they bounce off of them. Like that. They'll do
This should do
another
it.
attack.
Easy. That was easy.
Level up.
Something's here.
I'll take this.
Paladin's ring. Oh, wait. Should go this way, I think. That's a big enemy.
We've gotten behind them. Here I go.
Its weakness is...
Oh yeah, they also have elemental weaknesses. Like this is a moon, so if I have like attacks that deal moon damage, I'll do like bonus damage to this guy.
All right.
They kind of do. A lot of them have like multiple elements that they can use attacks against, but there are some that don't have ones for certain characters. There was also, and I pray to God it does not come back in the sequel, there was a thing called countering that was in the first game, which basically made it so that if your character used a particular element, and the enemy countered it, no matter where they were on the map, not even if you just attacked them, it would just cancel your turn, and they would get to hit you. It was terrible. That was like one of the only reasons why you'd swap characters to your partner characters in the first game. Because it's like, oh god, this character can't do anything because they only have like one element they can use. But characters have more elements, so even I guess even if that is a thing, it probably won't be nearly as bad. Wow, this guy's on health. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I think we're gonna have to try to ram him into the landmines because he has an insane amount of health. Let's see. Use that.
There.
Two of those. Oh wait, nope. I think one of those that have knockback.
There.
I'll use that. Yeah, the first game definitely had some weird mechanics. I don't honestly like this mechanic either, so you can see sometimes they'll like learn abilities from using other abilities, and that was also a thing in the first game, but it kind of sucked because you could only use a limited number of abilities, so you're constantly like swapping them in and out, and like I had to look at the chart to even try and figure out some of the ones I was missing. It was kind of annoying. In this one, a lot of them will learn some amount of abilities just by learning them.
A treasure box?
Naturally.
This.
Oh, wait, an owl weapon. That's good. I should use that.
Perfect fit.
I see something.
Okay. You also used to be able to toggle running. You can't do that anymore in the sequel. You pretty much just start out at like a walk and then you go up to a run.
Seems like it can be hacked.
In the first game, you basically always ran. There was like no reason why you would have the walk ability enabled. Okay. I don't know what this chest is, but
I
hopefully
think
it's good.
Liliana can handle this.
Oops. Hit the wrong button.
A treasure box?
I think
I'll
that's
take
just
this.
some weird glitchiness. Like, the first game had all kinds of weird glowing stuff, and it's because, like, the game was glitching out, but I don't know
Something's here.
if that's, like, again, I don't know if we're in the game world or not in this game. Like, it's hard to tell. Sheena seems to know a lot about a couple of the characters, like, before she met them. Which kind of suggests that she knows something that's going on, like, outside of what's actually happening here. You mean these, or? Yeah, like, this thing I think is just a weird anomaly.
I'll take this.
Nope. He touched me. Oh my.
Anytime!
I do like the enemy designs a little bit better in this. They're a little scarier. The first game was also trying to kind of go horror, but it didn't manage it quite as well.
Good.
Yeah, I think I'm just
Good.
Glitch.
Good.
Out. Okay.
Let's go. Well, it's all right. Ha-ha!
Oh, this guy
Are
has
you
one
going
health
to
too.
kill too? I won't let you! I won't let you! I won't let you! Disappear! You're in the way!
Eat this!
This is good.
Let's go!
Okay,
Lucky!
watch that.
Phew!
Make
Lucky!
myself invincible.
Phew! Lucky!
Honestly, I'm not
Powered up
sure.
Roddy has arrived!
Celica
Roddy,
was a
get her!
character from the first game. She has a pretty powerful glitch attack, or it did in the first game, because it like buffed everybody. It was pretty good, but I don't know. I've been happy with this party, so that's what I've been sticking with.
Info! Info!
What does this guy leave you guys? Is it sun?
Take this! Ha! Here we go! Yeah! Yeah! Ta! Boom! Bang! Get out of my way! Ha! I've gotten stronger! Here I come!
I feel like I might just try and ram this guy into a wall.
Lucky! Phew! Yay!
Really do much to us.
Phew!
Grab one more.
Ah! Why?
Okay. If you can like ram them into the wall, sometimes they'll just bounce off the wall in a circle. He seems to take a lot of damage from that happening to him. Actually, let's see a speed boost to them.
Done.
Let's go!
This'll do the trick!
Got you! I'll crush you! It's over! Go away!
I pooped. Let's go!
Man, can't do any damage to me.
Phew! Lucky!
Yeah.
Lucky!
It's weird how some regular enemies sometimes
Lucky!
take quite a while to beat. Like, this enemy is definitely going
A
to
powered
take
up Roddy has
a
arrived!
long time because it has so much.
Roddy, I'm leaving it to you.
I do like it when it gives me those like landmines because those are pretty effective at getting rid of stuff's health. Let's just do this.
Boom! This is my full power!
Oh, she missed the hit there.
Yeah! This will finish it!
Get out of my way! Ha! I'll do this. Good.
If there's enough. There's one more character. But by now. Oh, there it
Good.
is. I don't know.
This lift mode is so cute!
I think I've heard that this game has like a tougher section of the game. I forget what its name is. It has, I think it's like strain area or something like that. There is a hard area of the game. I probably won't really go there. I used it a little bit in the first game to like get money, but otherwise I avoided it because this game wants to be hard. It can be pretty hard. Yeah, there's a hard area. There's also like harder modes to the game too. I think I'm playing on normal difficulty. Yeah, this is just glitch mode.
Goodbye.
Anytime their outfits change is glitch mode.
My!
What is it?
Did you see how well I did? I flitted about like a beautiful butterfly. Did you fall for me?
It was more
I think they're PS4
mosquito-like.
Oh,
mostly.
rude!
Like PS4 and PC. This game, which is the second game, this actually came out last month, so it's a pretty new game.
Oh, the treat is getting stronger!
But I mean, it's like a lower budget game, so that is why. And I mean, they reused a lot of stuff from the first game. This dungeon is all new though. Like everything about it, it honestly looks.
Seems like it can be
more
hacked.
Visually impressive. What the heck? Wait a minute, there's something I can't get through here.
Lucky me!
I'll do this. Good. Phew.
Glitch mode.
Good.
You can also store corruption if you want to like be near it for a boss battle.
Get him, Let's
Go.
And so far I haven't seen, in the first game, the bugs would like restore themselves after a certain amount of time, but I haven't seen that happen yet, so I don't know if that's still a thing.
Die.
It was scary in the first game because, again, a lot of the bugs were pretty bad for you. So like you'd end up be like standing on top of some bug, and then it would be a paralysis bug, and you just lose
We
an
won
entire
pretty
turn
easily.
because it would respawn on top of you. It was not good. Do I
What's going on here?
excuse me? What? Earth?
There's a PC here. I'll examine this.
Where is he even looking? Oh, okay. 3756. Okay. Where's this door?
What's going on here? The number matched!
Okay.
Something's here. I'll take this.
Oh. That's pretty good.
I'll use this.
Put that on, actually.
I'll use this.
Give you. Oh wow, that doesn't make your attack go up. They are pretty high numbers. I have no clue how it exactly scales these things up. I feel like even though there's defense stats in this game, they don't seem to do very much. Like, if enemies are able to attack me and do damage, like, sometimes they'll just one-shot me. I mean, like, if I'm staying a little bit ahead of them by grinding a bit, sometimes that doesn't happen, but the game can be pretty aggressive.
Okay, I'll go with this. Okay, I'll go with this.
Too. Yeah, I have no clue if these are capped. I mean, I kind of assume 99 is the max level, so characters are getting higher level. Alright, I assume we're gonna go this way. Luckily, I haven't seen anything even attack me yet. Weird. Huh, okay. If monsters get to attack you, then that's usually a bad time. Oh yeah, one thing about Shadowheart's Covenant is it has random encounters, which I haven't played an RPG with random encounters in a while. Oh wow, that really boosts your defense. I'll stay as an offensive powerhouse, considering that there are abilities in this game that revive you to full health. And do like AoE revives the full health.
Hey, a treasure box.
That is a mysterious item. Just a mysterious hairball. Just what I always wanted. Oh god, it's one of these
Now's our
guys again.
chance! Let's go! Phew!
Okay.
Lucky! Phew! Lucky!
We can hit
A powered up
couple
Roddy has
of them
arrived!
into another character.
Roddy, I'm leaving it to you.
Let's see. Okay.
Ha! Take this! This is my full power!
I think she might have just made it so they can't move.
Yeah! This will finish it! Bang!
Leave this to ha!
I might be the most powerful!
Here I go. Phew.
Yeah, this is
Good.
gonna be a little tough.
Phew.
Good.
I don't know how hard this guy's gonna hit.
Phew. Good.
At least get
Phew.
one more glitch off.
Get him, Lai!
Go.
Bounce multiple times.
Ha ha! Annoying.
I mean, honestly, I usually try and avoid combat with these monsters that have like a bajillion health, just because they take longer, and if you can fight ones that have less health, it's faster. Oh, I think as part of her glitch ability, she actually becomes invincible for a bit.
Now,
I didn't even notice this.
this!
I didn't know what that status ailment meant until a bit ago.
I feel power
Here I come.
overflowing.
Because it picked up a glitch or a bug that gave it to me, and I was like, oh, okay. Now I know what the star indicator means. It means you're invincible. Okay. Let's see.
Hey, how's this? I got you! Back off! Ha! Bring it to pieces! Yeah! Leave it to me! Ow!
Here I go.
Oh, that hurt. That's fine.
All right. I'll heal you.
Thanks a bunch!
Yeah. Ha! Eat this.
I feel like I'm finally getting attacks that, like,
Get out of here! Anytime!
actually
I'm
use
powered up.
I'll do my
more
best!
SP than, like, for a while here, it's been pretty hard to actually even get through all the SP I have. It's starting to be possible to do it.
Ha! Eat this! Ha!
I don't even do a fair amount of damage.
Yeah! Just wait till I get to you.
I don't know why, but Al's bounce damage kind of sucks.
Hey, how's this?
I feel like her damage in general is a little bit lower
I
than
got
everybody
you.
else's, but
Go! Ha! Bring it to pieces!
Get out of my way.
not great.
That one's a toughie.
I'll do this.
Okay. See, over here.
All right. I'll heal you. Yeah. Eat this. Take this. Get out of here.
Here I go! Yeah!
I'm powered up.
Here I come! Yay!
I'll grab some of these.
Hey, how's this? Ha! Go! Back off! I see! Take this! It's my turn!
She's ability that didn't bounce in.
There! Cha! Eat this!
So yeah, some monster attacks will actually increase the corruption meter. So that's probably my shield into
My split
switch.
mode is so cute!
Okay. I think we can kill him. Not even I'm standing this thing. Should be standing again.
Haha! Recovery! Then I'll kill you! Die! You're in the way!
Let's go!
Die, but there we go.
There! Eat this! Cha! Yeah! Now! Anytime! I defeated it!
Oof.
Sanae, wait for me. I'll find you soon.
Pretty cool, huh?
Seems like it can be hacked. I'll examine this.
I'm just gonna check it just in case there's like hidden treasure chests, but I don't think there are.
Whew.
There's a hidden wall, but those are pretty obvious.
Something's here.
Healing item.
I see something. Found it.
Okay.
Hey, a treasure box. Liliana, take care of it.
Check over here. Treasure chest. Oh, nice. I still think it's funny that Roddy uses a gun. And like, nobody comments on this. It's like this little girl running around with a gun. At least most of the other characters use melee weapons. I don't even want to go over there. I don't get it. I've already been in there. Okay. I guess I could go back and find out what that is, because I have a feeling we got
I see something.
clay weapon. I feel like I missed it.
What's going on here?
Okay.
There's a PC here.
Down this guy. Alright. Back this way. The enemies see you from like so far away in this game. It's crazy. Yeah, I think they have to be facing you,
I think
but if
Liliana can handle this.
they are, then I can see you from like
A treasure
take
box?
Okay, nice. That'd be decent. I think I'm gonna try to see if we can get through this door. That way we can use the save point. Just in case there's like a boss and it's hard.
Seems like it can be hacked. I'll examine this.
So, okay. 4, 8,
Whew.
4.
What's going on here? The number matched! Oh, a save point. Oh, a save point. That's...
As expected, there's no one here. Is it busier during the day?
The area appeared to have several storefronts, but it was eerie and decrepit. It baffled me to think people shopped.
I rarely come here. but I'm sure it has some patrons.
Well, sure, but
It looked completely abandoned. It had storefronts, but nothing I could imagine would be worth entering.
I figure that since a lot of foot traffic comes down here, there has to be a signal somewhere.
true. I'll check the laptop too.
She and I split up. I checked my device to see if there was any nearby connections. Roddy and Liliana helped as much as they could, treading carefully around the area. No matter how thoroughly our search was, however, nothing came up.
I really thought we'd find... something.
I haven't seen a single phone, much less a computer, in this whole town. Maybe we got our hopes up for nothing.
I wrote out the message as a draft in my phone, so we'd only need the slightest bit of signal to send it. But...
Maybe it'll have to wait for when we leave town tomorrow.
I suppose...
Sheena was crestfallen, but determined. She had another lap around the area with her phone in hand. I put my laptop in sleep mode, preparing for the eventual trip back to the dorm. It was then that something moved in the corner of my eye.
What is that?
A chair, conspicuously placed in the middle of the road. What piqued my curiosity was the black, contorted object resting on the seat.
No. There's no way.
I muttered softly, as if to convince myself, sauntering cautiously toward the chair.
What's wrong, Mai? What's that smell?
Roddy, who followed right behind me, scrunched her nose from the offensive odor of whatever sat on the chair. The putrid odor was unlike anything I had ever smelled.
It must be a decomposing animal.
Wait. That's no animal.
Is that... someone's...
Liliana froze, unable to complete her sentence as she stood rooted to the spot. Yes, it was a human arm. It was discolored black, missing chunks of flesh to reveal the white bone underneath. It still retained some shape. Its 5 fingers were all twisted, and the cloth was shredded around the arm. There was little I could assume from it.
What's that doing here?
Liliana, cover your eyes.
But I've already seen it. Liliana. Right. What?
Out of courtesy, Roddy sought to protect Liliana by pulling her into a quick embrace, but she only pulled Liliana into her chest. A decomposing arm sitting on a chair was the last thing I'd expect to find in a busy part of town, a gift that keeps on giving. I began to question if we were the strange ones for being so normal, so unaccustomed and naive to the happenings of Lachor.
If that's what I think it is, I'm gonna puke.
What? Did you find something?
That.
Ugh, it smells awful. Wait, is that someone's arm?
Lishawara really is a hellhole.
I'll investigate. Step back, everyone.
No, I got it. Hey, do any of you notice the arm's holding a piece of paper?
Now that you mention it.
It was tough to notice, seeing as the arm's decayed and mutilated state was distracting enough, but it definitely held something. Sheena carefully extracted the sheet of paper from the arm.
Is it a password?
Is it?
A password. Here, at a time like this, my curiosity got the better of me, so I got close to Sheena. Just like the password I had found before, I thought perhaps it could help us unlock a feature on the laptop.
Here, take this. Try typing it into the laptop later.
For some reason, Sheena drew a blank as she handed the paper to me.
What's wrong, Sheena?
This arm. It belonged to a man, didn't it?
I could tell Sheena was fighting back the urge to share with us her thought process.
The handwriting on this sheet. And this arm. But it couldn't possibly. No.
There's no guarantee it belonged to Arata Mizunashi. Don't jump to conclusions.
I had no proof to back it up, but I wanted to comfort Sheena.
Yes. You're right. Mizunashi couldn't have been killed so easily. I'm fine. Thank you.
Hey, it's nothing.
Mai's embarrassed. So cute.
What a weird mood-breaking thing to say here, Roddy. seemed Roddy had calmed down from the shock too, although I had a hunch it was a front.
Anyways, why don't we head back for the night?
Ignoring me again? I agree with Mai. Same here. I don't really want to stick around much longer.
Then it's decided. Sheena, we're done for now. Is it okay for us to stop here?
Yes, let's go back. This took a bit longer than I thought it would.
In truth, I worried most for Sheena. I had a feeling that her search for answers would lead her to something she was not prepared to find.
Alright, let's go back, everyone.
Wow, we didn't even have to fight a boss. In the end, we couldn't find any place with a signal last night. But tonight, we'll be leaving this town. We're sure to have plenty of ways to contact people, so there's no need to rush. I hid the bag I had finished repairing underneath my bed, just to make sure it wouldn't be found by any maids. I was prepared for our trip. Was there anything else I had left to do? Much like Roddy, I didn't care for walks. Perhaps she had become excited, but she left saying she would take a walk. I was sure that much more than me, Roddy had plenty to think over. After all, she was leaving her hometown. I could give a good guess as to why Roddy wanted to come with us, but I was hesitant to ask her directly. It would hurt Roddy deeply, that was my gut feeling. Are you really okay with this, Roddy? Roddy was a good kid. I had no objections to her leaving town with us. That's why if Roddy wished to go, there was no point in me worrying about it more. Yes, if Roddy said she wanted to go, then I would stop thinking any more about it. Perhaps Roddy was trying to spend her last day at Wordsworth in her own special way. I hadn't found Cyane yet, the only thing I regretted. But if we stayed here, Liliana, Roddy, and even my own life was in danger. If I died, that would be the end of everything. That's why I would wait until I had left the town to think on it. Luckily, Sheena would be with us too. I was no longer alone. Alright, time to leave. Seems like Roddy's back. Escaping Wordsworth on La Chora. Either I escape or die trying. Alright. And now we're back to the daytime where I gotta talk to a million people.
She's staring again. It's not just mine this time.
She's staring at you two as well. Maybe she wants to get to know you better. One could say more with a look than words. As Anne stared at the three of us, I couldn't help but think that she's looked kind of cute. She probably wants to talk to us, but doesn't know how.
Hello. Whoa, she only stared for a little while today. Maybe she got used to you, Mai.
Well, Anne? What's going on with that smile?
Oh, what's going on with that smile? Why are you so nice to Anne?
She's much more interesting than you, Roddy.
That's so messed up. Become more interested in me, or else my mind will be...
I don't belong to you, Roddy.
The future mind belongs to me. The present mind, the past mind, too.
You seriously make no sense at all.
You shouldn't be so jealous, Roddy.
Someone finds me funny. I'm surprised. Anne's laughing at our chat.
Wow, Anne is laughing. You don't see that every day. What a waste. You're a lot more cute when you smile. Oh,
Anne froze after being put on the spot like that. Seems like it'll take a while before she's able to speak her mind normally. So do you need something?
Oh,
As usual, she began to fidget with her fingers. She eventually found assurance, gripping her fists.
If you have time, and if you don't mind next time, would you like to go on a walk with me when it's nice outside? Us too?
Anne looked at Roddy in the eye and nodded.
Of course we'll go, right, Mai?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, well, I'll see you around.
She's skipping.
Oh, look at that. Here you are, looking all warm again. You're so easy on Anne.
Now, she's just skipping home because she's so happy. Isn't that a good thing? It's probably thanks to you two. Once she gets used to our noise, maybe she'll be able to talk to us more normally.
You think so? Does that mean you'll be even nicer to little Roddy when that happens?
If it goes well.
Alright, I'm gonna be really nice when we go on that walk. Hope she can fit right in.
Oh, it's her again. She's walking over.
It's Katrina. Why, she's obsessed with you.
That isn't something I want to hear right now.
Good afternoon, my Roddy, Liliana.
Yeah, good afternoon. What do you want this time? Ever since I've known about her true colors, she keeps trying to talk to me. But the conversations have been superficial, and she just keeps giving me snacks.
Today, I've come to ask you to sweep the entrance to the dorm for me. You can do that, right?
No.
Why not? I'm giving you a snack almost every day after meals.
So, you do have ulterior motives.
If you already knew that, and you're taking the snacks, how can you say no?
Excuse you? What's your reasoning this time? Is the entrance too dusty for you? You don't have the stomach for that either?
No, it's just boring. I don't want to be alone there just cleaning. Do it for me.
No. Besides, Christina, you're not even asking me to switch chores with you. You just want me to do your chores for you.
No. Mai's getting very used to dealing with Christina by now. Christina never seems to give up either.
The way Christina changes used to startle Liliana, but she seems pretty used to it now after watching us talk so much. Okay, I think it's time to offer a compromise. Okay, why don't you help me clean right now? I'm in charge of the hallway today. If you help me with that, I'll help you with your chores.
Okay, fine, I'll do it. But then I'm going to have you help me even more tomorrow.
No, that's something else. If it's not going to be fair, then there's no point. We're only going to help each other out today.
Why not? God, you're not a nice person, Mai.
Christina pouted, turned around, and started walking away.
Hey, where are you going, Christina? I'm going to get a broom.
Huh? I thought our agreement fell through, but I guess she is helping me clean after all.
Guess she really does plan on cleaning.
I wonder what would happen if I didn't follow through. Maybe I should just go home after we clean the hallway.
Oh, you're not really going to do that. You can tell now, right? Christina puts up with so many fronts, but at the end of the day, she's a good, honest girl. Come to think of it, Christina didn't gain anything from this interaction. She didn't give another snack. It's almost like she's losing something here.
Yep. I don't think it's crossed her mind, but she's done whatever she wants this whole time, so I guess we're even, huh? Liliana gave me a wry smile.
Right, Christina is, it's adorable.
You think that's adorable? Okay, so she's a character, but maybe she isn't that bad. Isn't the bad girl I thought she was.
I wonder why she always comes back to you, even though you reject her every time. Maybe it's because she's competitive and she wants you to listen to her. She seemed to enjoy banter with you, though.
She enjoys it? What about it is even enjoyable?
Mai, you're probably the only person who talks to her like that. You're forward, you deny a request. I'm sure it's refreshing. It's her own way of communicating.
I don't think I get it. I gave a strange look. Liliana let out a noise that sounded like she hadn't made a discovery.
I see. There really are so many different kinds of people in this world.
Yep. Liliana forced a conclusion out of the situation, and all I could do was nod. Alright. Yeah, so the other day I was able to instruct a few people in your place. I heard a familiar voice. Sorry, this is fine. I heard a familiar voice coming from what seemed like an empty room. I stopped to peer through the door. It was probably Abigail and Sarah.
Did you? Thank you so much, Sarah. I mean it. I can really depend on you.
Oh, it's Abigail and the girls. The three of them are so...
The three of them are so close.
Well, it's kind of our responsibility to also teach the juniors a thing or two. You're so sweet, Abby. You think so? You're going to make me blush. I didn't mean it as a compliment. Oh, come on, Sarah. Don't act like you never wanted her attention. Abby's sweetness is her charm, after all. Ah, this brings back good memories. I remember when we used to cry all the time. Sarah used to be a bit of a crybaby, but just look at how much she's grown. I'm so happy. Thank you, Sarah. Goodness, what's gotten into you? We'll be depending on you soon enough. Isn't that right, Abby? Yes, I know we'll be able to take care of everyone here, won't you? Yeah, I can handle that.
Look at Sarah, she's blushing.
She must be happy to know that these people have so much confidence in her, huh? I guess she does have a cute side to her.
It's not as cute as yours, Mai.
Yeah, whatever. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
Kind and peaceful air filled the room. They all have a history together, and this must be very touching for them. I wonder if my relationships with Roddy and Liliana will look like theirs someday.
Look at that, Mai's expression is so tender. What is it? What happened?
Roddy, shut up. Back to your usual self. Alright, I think this is like the youngest girl. I'll try and give her a very high-pitched voice. Finally, we're done with Roddy's errands. You still have a little bit of time. Is there anything you wanted to do?
Why don't we go to that one shop? The one that has really good tea.
We could use a little tea time right now.
Yeah, you're coming, right, Mai? Hey, are you listening?
Oh, sorry, I was just looking at something. I nodded absentmindedly at Roddy's question. Roddy and Liliana both turned their attention towards where I was looking. They noticed Sarah.
No, Sarah's out on the town too, huh?
Is she okay on her own? I approached her, worried that she might be a crying mess again. I noticed a big rock right in Sarah's path. Please don't step on that. Of course, as soon as I had said that thought, Sarah stepped right on it and...
Yeah.
Watch out! I ran to try and catch her fall. I barely made it, but I was able to keep her from hitting the ground.
No, I didn't fall.
I made sure she got her footing and then gently let go. Sarah's eyes were closed tight for a few moments. Moments later, she was staring at my face. Are you okay? Oh no. Is she going to cry again? I was worried for a second, but Sarah didn't seem like she was going to cry.
No, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad you're both okay, although I'm a little taken aback by Sarah's reaction.
Yeah, did you hit your head or something? Are you really not afraid anymore? Right, she just seemed so nice. Her face has its usual expression on, but maybe I'm not afraid of him anymore.
Wow, that's great news, isn't it, Mai? Well, it's better than her crying every time. It's much easier to listen to than her sobbing. That was all I had to say about the matter. And Sarah actually seemed happy. My natural reaction to the situation was to smile.
Hey, why are you staring at each other like that? Please don't tell me that this has sparked some kind of kinship between you two. No. Hey, Mai, I'm gonna fall. Catch me!
Oh, is it? Huh. Weird. I don't know if I can adjust it at all. I don't even know how to check. Is this it doesn't say I'm dropping any frames. I'm not really using much of my CPU either. I wonder if potentially Twitch is having an issue? Oh god, put this thing away. Oh yeah, I guess I could pull it up on here. Let's make sure I be able to sound as quickly as possible, but let's see if I can see it. Like, oh god.
Yeah, I'm not giving up. Here I go, Mai. I'm going to fall.
It looks mostly okay. I mean, it's a little hard to tell because I can't hear the sound myself. Roddy, shut up. I actually started walking away this time. Sarah timidly pulled at my shirt.
Hey, Mai, can I come with you?
Hand. I don't want you to trip again. I offered my hand. Sarah took a hold of it, and I could tell that she was grateful.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Sarah's smile is contagious. I felt foolish for trying hard to smile the other day, especially considering the smile I had on now came to me so easily. Okay.
Not again.
Huh? What do you mean? Weird. I mean, technically, I'm using like more internet right now because I have like the stream up on browser, but seems fine. I don't think I'm doing anything myself in the background unless, I mean, Steam could have tried to download something, but I don't think it usually does if I'm like running an application, which I'm running this game through Steam, so I don't think it would try to download something in the middle of it. We were walking around town until Roddy spotted someone and started to run.
Roddy, I wonder what's gotten into her.
I think she's running to Makoto. Come on, Liliana. Makoto? Who's this person? I don't remember. I took Liliana with me and followed Roddy. She had already started with Makoto.
Look how pale you are. There's no way you can run errands like this.
Oh, I think this is the girl who never accepts help. No matter what. But I haven't finished the errands at the townsman or from Shizu. I'm okay, it's fine. Don't worry about me. Once again, they were doing grunt work. Liana seemed to understand the situation, giving a concerned look to Makoto. Fine. So, where do you want me to carry this?
What?
I took the bag next to Makoto's feet.
Oh, let me help too. Oh, this is pretty heavy. I'm really okay. Your girls can't help me.
At this rate, you're going to faint.
She's right. If you're sick and taking this on your own, that's absolutely reckless. I said I'm fine. Don't do my job for me.
Makoto shouted in anger at Liliana. Surprised, Roddy and Liliana froze. They stared at Makoto. Oh, I understand now. I can't leave her like this, especially now that I'm beginning to see the situation for what it is. I took in a big breath and looked Makoto straight in the eye. You listen to me. Makoto seemed to think I was going to get mad, and she jumped a little. If you faint in the middle of these errands, what's going to happen to these things? The person who's asking you to do all this stuff is going to think you're useless.
What? No. I don't even want that. Makoto?
She suddenly fell quiet, and seeing how scared Makoto was, Roddy's eyes grew wide. You're worried people stop depending on you, right? That's why you're putting on so much effort into it, but if you faint, it's pointless.
Then what am I supposed to do?
She gave me a desperate look. I knew I was right, so I softened up. We're here to help you, but you need to do us a favor, okay?
Oh, yes, of course.
A favor for a favor. You rest here until you feel better. I gathered her things again, and Roddy was impressed. She let out a proud sigh.
You say it with such kindness. That's so you, Mai.
So Makoto was trying to find some purpose for her life by helping others.
That might be true. I never would have seen it like that if you hadn't pointed it out, Mai.
I just realized it myself, but now we know how to stop Makoto's behavior. I've definitely made a second dinner before.
Next time this happens, I'll try saying this to her as well. I'll say I need your help, so let me help you.
Nice.
It's such an odd request to make. Oh well.
Roddy sighed. Although she acted exasperated, I could see a soft smile on her face. That's one less thing for Roddy to worry about.
Let's hurry and finish this. After that, we'll get back to our original plan and go get tea, okay? Makoto can even come and pour us some.
Yeah. Alright. For all the day's stuff. And switch to night. Alright, everyone's here. Liliana, Sheena, no one saw you while you were coming here, right?
Yes, it should be fine.
I memorized the route from the night patrol, so it's fine.
Here we go.
Roddy, for my sake, are you sure you're okay with this?
Yes, I'm going with you. I want to.
I understand, then I won't ask anymore. Let's do our best together, Roddy.
Yeah, let's do our best.
So, where exactly are we leaving the town from? We went to the shopping district last night, right? It should be past there. The shopping district had to be connected to the outside, otherwise supplies couldn't be brought in. Right, Sheena?
Yes, that's right. When I first came to this town by car, I first passed the shopping district.
Sheena was definitely acting a little strange. She seemed restless, or that her mind was elsewhere. Sheena started acting differently since yesterday. Before we had gone outside, what could have happened? I doubted that Sheena would lie to us and directly handed us over to the headmistress, but Sheena, keep it together.
Sorry, my mind's been focused on so much on getting word to the outside.
As long as that's all. It's dangerous outside, so don't let your guard down.
I know. Leave it to your older sister. Big Sis Sheena has a nice ring to it. Oh, but I won't give up mine to you.
I'm not going to take her. Besides, I'm not yours in the first place, Roddy.
What? I thought your body and soul were already mine.
Roddy clamored in her usual bright way. It was possible she was trying to lighten up the mood in her own way. No, I think this is just how she always is. Hey everyone, why don't we get going? There's nothing good about us staying here any longer.
I guess you're right.
Liliana, you absolutely shouldn't rush ahead on your own, okay? Yes, I understand. Good girl. Alright, then let's head out. To make sure we wouldn't be found by anyone, we paid the utmost care and headed towards the entrance. Then we quietly opened the door, inhaled the cool night air, found a resolve, and walked out.
They've left. Mercy, we're heading out too. Are we really going? The headmistress told us we shouldn't go outside past midnight.
I told you, we're leaving now, so her mumbling means nothing. More importantly, we absolutely can't let Roddy and the others out of our sight, understood?
Yeah.
Then we're going, Mercy. Move over, Maya and Roddy. There's room for more city slickers where we're heading. Alright. Just follow it around by some tails. Okay, so we gotta go to the shopping district again. I think we can just teleport there. Which will save some time.
Oh, a save point.
Assuming this is like the first stop we can go.
Oh, a save point.
Yep. Okay. We already went to a mountain path, but maybe this is a different mountain path. Who knows? Oh, this definitely looks like a place we've already been. Where's tell him you go? You're in the shopping district. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go back in here. Cause I feel like it is not that way. Let's try going to the fountain area, I guess. Let's check that.
Oh, a save point.
Might be a blocked
Oh,
path.
a save.
I haven't been to yet.
Oh, a save point.
Okay. Well, there's the story sequence up
Something's here.
So, something's here. Oh, there is a chest.
I'll take this.
I'll take that. Okay. Sheena, just in case, keep your screen open to text. We don't know when or where we'll get a signal after all. Yes, you're right. Hey Sheena, you really are hiding something for us, aren't you? You've been acting strange since last night. Really? It's nothing. It's not like I think you'd betray us now of all time, so if something happened, tell us, or can you not trust us? That's not true. I trust you, Mai. You're right. We did say we wouldn't keep any secrets, but... Sheena quickly glanced at Roddy's face. Perhaps she sensed the awkward atmosphere, but Roddy spoke with an air of understanding.
It must be about my mother. It's okay. Sheena, please tell us.
If you say so, Roddy.
Would it be better if I didn't listen?
Liliana sensed it wouldn't be a pleasant story and was being cautious until now. I preferred to keep things light around her. But from now, we would be leaving and working together. I felt it would be best to respect her as a person and allow her to decide. Liliana, you decide.
I'll listen. I don't know if I can be of any help, but please allow me to listen. Okay. You see, yesterday the headmistress did a terrible thing to me.
Headmistress? I brought Ninomiya.
Prompted by the headmistress Shizu's word, the headmistress responded by asking them to come in. Shizu opened the door slightly, then turned towards me.
Now then, Ninomiya, the headmistress is waiting for you.
Yes. I wonder if Shizu's response was a little overblown for only having been called by the headmistress. But pardon me. What? As I entered the headmistress' room, I saw a spectacle unlike anything I had ever seen. The words left me. The headmistress sat cross-legged in a chair and was giving me a cold smile. Behind me, as if not to let me escape, Shizu closed the door with one hand and stood there. Her face was smiling like usual. Headmistress, what is this?
Ninomiya, grovel before me.
I really don't understand what you're saying.
I'm telling you to swear all allegiance to me.
What? No, I mean, why would I grovel?
In that moment, I was pushed down by Shizu from behind, and while I had my body pinned down, my clothes were... Then, while I was pinned down... What? No, she stomped on me on the outside of my clothes, and in the end, stomped on my head. Even then, I somehow managed to escape, but the headmistress said that at the very end, the person you're looking for might not be with us anymore.
How horrible.
Awful. I realized that I was putting enough strength in my fists for my nails to dig in. Sheena was smiling, but she was shaking. Most likely she hid the truly terrible parts for our sakes. I knew something was strange about Wordsworth, but I didn't think it was to this extent. From listening to Sheena's story, it wasn't just the headmistress, but all the maids were abnormal. Having been told how her mother had done something so horrible, Roddy merely hung her head silent. Roddy's just as much of a victim as Sheena is.
That's why, when we saw that arm...
She possibly thought that it was from Arata Mizanashi, the highly skilled Enigma programmer, Arata Mizanashi. The co-worker that Sheena had long been searching for was also the person who had given me the passcode. If the headmistress' last words were true, then that could mean Arata Mizanashi is no longer in this world. And the corpse we found yesterday was holding the passcode that could be used on Mai's laptop. See, there's a very high probability that's why I was shaken. The anxiety Sheena showed before going out last night and her reaction to the round arm both finally connected. Even after repeatedly going through such terrible things, she had kept it deep in her heart so as not to worry us. It hasn't been decided yet, Sheena. We can't give up until you've seen it with your own eyes.
That's right. We may lack power, but we'll help you as well. There's no need to believe my mother's, the headmistress's words. From your story, she clearly isn't of a sound mind.
So let's get out of town and send your text, okay? If we can get in contact with someone, I'm sure there's a lot we can learn.
Everyone. Yes, you're right. I can't break now. I'll do my best.
That's the spirit. Now let's keep going forward. Okay.
They're too far away, and I can't understand what they're saying at all. Hurry up and head out from this creepy place already. Hey, why don't we just head back now?
What are you saying, Mercy? We've made it this far. I absolutely won't be returning. After all, life awaits us just beyond this point. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna run back and teleport again. I don't really need to run through this section. We literally went through it just recently. Let's go here. Not sure if we'll have to, like,
a save point.
run back. Oh god, we are. Okay. That's fine.
Oh, a save point. There's a PC here.
These are big. That's a little out of me. That's like I didn't see me.
We've arrived. The city limits are just past here.
We came to the edge of the shopping district, and I scanned hopefully along the road. It was pitch black, the kind to which our eyes would seemingly never adjust. Nevertheless, we knew this would lead us
Just a
out.
bit further and we should be out.
I've never been this far from home. Hopefully we will make it out safely. Something's wrong.
Huh? What?
There's no exit.
What do you mean? Just follow this road to get back to the highway.
That's when I realized the road was blocked. A high wall towered unnaturally in the middle of the road, blocking us from passing. It loomed over the shopping district, surrounding it completely.
There's a wall here? What strange architecture.
What on earth is this?
Is it a barrier? It can't be. No, there's no mistake. This is AR.
That's what this is?
Doesn't AR technology rely on programming? No. AR itself is comprised of programming language, but it's real, and it affects our reality.
Sheena seemed to notice how puzzling she sounded, so she explained more simply. Our world was comprised of code, building blocks, a pattern of organization not unlike molecules. Changing the array of code patterns affected reality as it did AR, this wall being an example. I recalled in this moment that Iris had touched upon this with me as well. According to Sheena, not just anyone could code. If the wall impeded our progress...
Hey, Mai? I don't get it.
Yeah, you would definitely not get this right. This is like numerous steps above
Simply
what you
put,
understand.
We can't leave.
No way! Even after we came all this way? Is there nothing we can do? As it stands, I don't have a way for us to remove AR.
So, it's hopeless?
Then we saw one segment of the wall
Everyone,
distort.
hide!
By the time we got behind cover, something emerged.
What are they?
A chill ran down my spine. From out of the distorted wall leapt dark shadows. They appeared to be human, dressed entirely in black robes. How did they slip through the wall? The black-robed strangers didn't utter a word, gliding quietly along the ground toward town.
How did they break through the AR?
What's up with them? They're moving in formation.
Oh, there's a big party that people in town throw for a string called Carnival. The whole town participates. They must be members of the faith.
I hadn't expected Roddy to speak out. I have to admit, it surprised me. Roddy, however, seemed to recognize their attire. All I could think was that their black attire and covered faces, cliché as they seemed, were incredibly suspicious.
What should we do? We might be able to run through that rift.
It's dangerous to go while they're here. I doubt they'd let us waltz through.
You're right. There's something sinister about them.
But
They definitely creeped me out, but there was an opening. I felt like the chance was there for the taking. Plus, there was a chance that the road people weren't foes. Maybe approaching them would do us no harm. What should I do? Alright, so we finally made it to a choose your own adventure part. I have a feeling if we run up to these people, that would probably kill us, but let's do it.
Excuse me. Can I ask you something?
Wait, Mai! Isn't that dangerous?
As I walked towards the people in robes, Sheena and the others sat in shock. Something. It's worth the risk. If these people could be reasoned with, it was our ticket out. But the mysterious visitors were neither shocked nor cautious of my presence. They merely turned all at once in my direction. Then, without a word, they circled me, instilling the kind of fear in me that a group of robed, silent strangers could.
What are you doing? Mai, what are you thinking? Mai!
Everyone ran up to me in a hurry.
They're just people. I'm sure they'll listen.
What are you saying? What makes you think they'll listen to anything we have to say?
Oh.
There was merit to what Sheena said. Regret began to sink in. These people still hadn't even spoken to us. Instead, they surrounded us.
All of you, pull out your weapons. Don't get any closer!
We mean you no harm, so stay where you are.
We mean you no harm. We're just pulling our weapons.
It's no good, Mai. Let's go!
You're right.
Oh no, they're behind us too. No way! Where did they?
There were now 50 robed strangers in front and behind us. Soon we found ourselves amidst a crowd of shadows with no room for escape. Then a synchronized group of hands reached toward us and began to restrain us.
Please stop! Please, let me go!
Liliana! Roddy! Stop!
Please! They're just girls! Stop this right now!
They covered our mouths with their hands to prevent us from screaming. They tightly bound our wrists with rope, lifting us over their shoulders to be carried off somewhere. They brought us to an unfamiliar area of forest and tossed us to the ground.
Hey! What are you planning? Let us go already!
Of course, the rope people said nothing. They pulled the ropes, keeping our hands bound, and hung us on a pole. The rope stuck in my skin as my feet dangled.
The rope's too tight! It hurts!
Liliana! What do you want with us?
I screamed, but it fell on deaf ears. What sick game were they trying to play? Were we being punished? After the road people hung us up, they departed from the area.
Where are they going? Are they leaving us here? What are they planning?
Sometime after they left us, monsters began to creep in the area. The place where we were abandoned was a living area for monsters. With no means to escape, we were attacked by the monsters. Okay. Well, that was a gruesome death. And we never returned to the dorm again. Alright. We'll pick the more sane option. No, it would be dangerous to call out to them. I panicked, thinking we could get out of the town, but like everyone else said, it would be best not to. We just had to wait until the black-clothed group left.
Oh, I found a signal. I have one bar.
Really? Hurry up and send your text.
Yeah, I know, but who should I send it to?
What? Why are we sending it to people who are in this area? Like, these VR people. I thought you were going to send it to somebody who was, like, outside of this. Who would be the most reliable person here? I don't know. Let's say send it to Adam.
And sent. Okay, I sent it. Next, I'll send it to... Oh no. I lost signal. Can't you send another one? Nope. Unfortunately, the signal's already gone.
At least someone got it. That's a big deal.
True.
More importantly, those hooded people are gone. Okay, everyone, let's check out that wall. The distortion appeared around here. Try touching the wall for a way in.
It seems like a normal wall to me. I don't see anything different here either.
Same here. It looks like it's closed up.
Is that it?
Did you find something?
No, the opposite. I realize we're too late. The signal disappeared at the same time as those people in robes left. In other words, our signal connected when they entered through the AR portal to the outside. We lost signal once our path to the outside world closed off.
Right. Makes sense. Then as far as our escape routes go...
There are none.
Isn't there something we can do?
Sadly, not right now.
Maybe if we keep walking along the wall, we'll find another way out.
It has to break off at a mountain ridge or the forest or the river. But looking for it at night is asking for trouble.
You're right. We may end up getting lost. Plus, there's no guarantee the AR would have any kind of pathway out.
Then...
We're stuck here.
No way.
We're wasting time standing here. We're done for the night. Let's head back.
Hold on, everyone!
Huh? What?
We're surrounded.
Shadow matter! There's so many! Oh, why?
I don't know. It's an ambush.
We have to fight.
But there's so many, Mai! Should we run?
There's too many of them to run. Prepare yourselves.
Okay!
Everyone, stick together!
Right!
Alright. This sounds interesting. How many are we actually gonna have to fight here?
I can't lose!
An unlimited number. There's one of these guys who has a ton of health.
I'll do this.
Okay, we need to kill
Good.
doggone dolls as quick as possible.
Good. All right. Shine! Shine!
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Dolls
I'll end this!
have weaknesses to certain
Go away!
things.
Anytime!
Okay.
Disappear.
Let's go!
I've killed a couple of them. Definitely hit all these guys with something. I think.
There! Eat this!
Yes.
Cha!
Wait till I get to you.
So let's go over here. Actually, I think speed us up.
Hey, how's this? Leave it to me. I'm invincible. Ha! Break into pieces.
I'll do this!
Heal myself.
All right. Get better. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Get out of here.
It's my turn. There. Hey, are you okay? Cha! Ha! Cha! I defeated it.
Okay.
I can do it when it comes down to it. I'm
I've
level
gotten
up.
stronger.
All right, we took them down. Now we can head back safely. Ah!
On the road in front of me, the residents of the town can't come and go. It's bustling, even for nighttime. Noise. I drew closer to the bustling. For some reason, the town's residents looked toward me as if seeing some grotesque thing. Noise. I then started walking forward. The face of the nearest resident seemed to stiffen. The next moment, I swung the already bloodied hatchet in my hand downward. Blood sprayed violently onto me. Suddenly, the noise enveloped my head disappeared. The blood was warm and pleasant. It had finally become quiet as soon as I thought that. A nearby woman let out a scream in response. The residents fell into a panic. Noise. Noise. Noise, 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 noise. People collided and tripped. People shivering and hiding. People standing stock still. People who boldly stand up to me. Within the cries and screams, I calmly, equally, indiscriminately, without prejudice, slash at them with all my bodily force. While feeling the warm splatter of blood, I continued to swing my hatchet until not a single moving person was left. Oh yeah, so this character has like weird visions. Sometimes they're actually what's like going to happen, although this one's weird in that like sometimes it's stuff that has happened too.
Mai, I'm glad you're coming too.
What was I?
When I had suddenly lost consciousness. When had I suddenly lost consciousness? In order to understand the situation, I stood up and became speechless. In front of me was quite literally a sea of blood from the lumps of meat of the Shadow Matters we had defeated. It accidentally linked up with the sight I had seen just before, and I curled up, feeling nauseous. What the hell was that?
Are you okay, Mai?
I'm fine.
Everyone, there's more shadow matter on the way.
Right now, we need to fall back. Everyone, this is our chance to escape. Let's go!
Alright. Definitely think. Never me, I'd run.
Yeah, I'm at my limit. Come on.
I'm right behind you, Mai, so stick close with Sheena and Liliana. Understood.
Break through that line and flee!
Hey, what is with those monsters? I'm scared. Let's turn around. Yes, great idea. It might be best for us to head straight to the dorm. A monster! We're alone. We're surrounded. Help us! Ronnie! Mai!
It's no use. They're not here.
They got away.
think these guys are gonna die then. I don't know when the last save was. It might have been a bit ago. I could do a new save. We could save Scummin. I mean, I'll stick by my decision.
No way! Then what do we... Pull yourself together, Mercy! Either we run or we're dead!
But my legs keep wobbling. I can't move.
Keep it together! There's still a chance for us to escape! Come on, get on your feet! Otherwise I'll leave you here!
Complain all you want, but I can't stand! Please, Elizabeth, don't leave me!
From those words, Elizabeth stopped her backward shuffling. Then she leapt over and stood as if to protect Mercy.
Stay back, freaks! If you lay one finger on her, you'll be sorry! Elizabeth! Did it? Did it flinch? Back up! Go away! Otherwise, you have to deal with me!
Amazing, Elizabeth! You made it flinch!
Leave it to me. Monsters don't scare me.
Elizabeth! No way! No!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these two are dead. The moment they thought the monsters retreated, both Elizabeth and Mercy were captured by others, and their delicate bodies were lifted high.
Unhand me, foul creature! You should know better than to hit a lady!
Let go! Let me go! Help, Elizabeth! Help me!
Several monsters that gathered grabbed their limbs as if to try and claim them as their own prey. They pulled between each other, as if to say, this arm is mine, this leg is mine. Oh, God.
It hurts! It hurts!
I told you to let me... Ouch!
Every time the monsters thrashed about, their bones warped and their muscles gave ominous creaking noises.
If you just kept quiet, Elizabeth, we wouldn't be in this mess.
What? Mercy, if you just stood up when I told you to, none of this would have happened.
You're the worst. I knew it before, but you're so goddamn selfish. I should never have joined you.
You came here of your own will, and you know it!
In the torture of having their limbs pulled at by the monsters, the two began to place the blame on the other. It was as if, in these extreme conditions, they had to, otherwise they would immediately perish. In fact, the reason they were still able to endure was because of their escape into their anger towards each other. However, such a thing wouldn't ease their pain.
They're ripping me
Strength of the monster's pull increased, and the two limbs were reaching their limit.
I'm sorry, Mercy. I regret it all. I should never have brought you here. I mean it.
Me too. I just wanted to be close to you. I love you, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth and Mercy turned their crumpled faces toward each other.
I'm sorry.
And so the two girls' voices could no longer be heard, and all that was left was the joyous cries of the monsters. This was how this gruesome banquet, unknown to anyone, came to an end. Our plan was a failure for today. Let's return to our rooms.
You're right.
I'm very tired too.
Yeah, I want to collapse onto my bed.
Too much had happened today, but conversely there was little we had found out. We only found how hopeless escape was. As my irritation grew, I almost punched the wall. However, it would have worried Roddy and the others, so I held my ground.
Oh,
What?
a text. I got a text.
Huh? At Gina's words, my consciousness suddenly awoke.
It looks like my phone received a text when we had signal for a moment.
So what does the text say?
Just a moment. This is a text from my colleague at work. Her name is Sumika Tokiwa.
Huh? What's the matter?
The text itself is corrupted and I can't read it. Corrupted? Is it going to attack us?
Good grief. Do you have a USB cord? I'll connect it to my laptop and decode it.
I have one. Just a second.
Gina pulled out a USB cable from her pocket and connected it to my laptop. I quickly extracted the text from my senior and fixed the corruption using a tool.
Here, it's finished. Gina, it's a text for you, so you should read it. Okay, I'll read it out. Let's see. Isn't Lachora that old abandoned town people deserted because of a gas leak? There's no people there, and besides, isn't it off limits to enter? I'm worried. Please reply. Sumika Tokiwa.
I felt a shiver from the contents of the text. This town is abandoned? Then what are the residents of this town and everyone in Wordsworth?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Abandoned? Then right now, where are we?
Everyone, calm down. How can we calm down?
Even then, stay calm. The headmistress and the others will come otherwise.
Gina's words caused us to hurriedly glance around us. It seemed like nobody was here.
Listen, about this text, I don't know the details about it, but Sumika isn't the type to say terrible jokes at a time like this. Which means it's the truth? I'd have to determine that. I'll go investigate about this tomorrow.
At the very least, outside of town, it's considered as the text states. I can make even less sense of things, even though I was living normally here. The disconnect from the outside was large.
Once I learn the details, I promise I'll let you know. So for now, let's rest. You're right. I don't really understand, but let's end it for tonight.
All right then. I'll leave the investigation to you, Sheena.
Yes. Let's tell each other if we have any progress.
After saying this, Sheena left. It was true that even if we kept thinking on it tonight, we would get nowhere. Roddy and I saw Liliana to her room and then returned to our own afterwards. In the end, our plan to escape the town ended in failure. Not only that, but after seeing something like that, it's irritating that this shitty dorm is the safest place to be.
Hey, Mai.
Hey, there you go again, getting in my bed without asking.
Tonight's okay though, right?
Roddy developed a tendency of sneaking into my bed. It wasn't necessarily that I minded, but she always did so near my feet.
Wowie, it's so warm. Oh, my smell. So fragrant. I feel better.
I'll smack you.
Sorry.
So what is it?
Well, a lot happened the past few days, right? But I don't understand anything at all.
I don't understand it either. The arm from yesterday, the possibility it belonged to Rada Mizanashi, the AR barrier that prevented us from leaving town, the text Sheena finally got, which made no sense at all. All we know is that it's impossible to escape from here.
I see, so you don't understand it either. But it's amazing how much I don't get. Like that laptop thing you have, Mai. Also that smartphone thing you have. That's why it feels like everything I see is something that would happen in a world of magic.
Yeah, like a world of magic. Blocking the exit of the town seemed like it could only be magic to me too. But that group of black-clothed people slipped right through it. The chance of it getting in and out wasn't zero. I closed my eyes and once again tried to organize the inside of my brain. Did Araza Mizanashi really die? Who created all this AR? In the first place, for what purpose did they block the town's exits? And the hallucinations, I was occasionally I see occasionally, since I came to this town, as if I were killing someone. What were those? I haven't done anything. I shouldn't have. I'm sure I haven't. The longer we stay here, there's a chance that we could fall to the curse and spiral into despair like Liliana's mother, too. My psyche, on the verge of not being able to trust even myself, became exhausted and started to warp. Where is Sanae? Bullshit. This is bullshit. I don't understand. Just stop it already. I didn't kill them. I don't care about this town. Sanae. All I wanted was to see Sanae. The more we tried, the harder things got. I tried to suppress my rage, but I couldn't hold back right now.
Mai? It's okay, Mai. Whatever happens, I'll always be by your side, so feel at ease and sleep.
Riley gently patted my head as I lay prostrate on the bed. It was embarrassing. This girl who I thought was so airheaded was much more of an adult than I was. Curling into a ball like a child, I started to crumple into myself. While being enveloped in the feel of soft skin and a comforting smell, I fell into a deep sleep. There. I'm gonna jump ahead a lot. Alright, I think I'm going to probably call it here, since there will be a lot more talking stuff after this, and I feel like we made it to the end of that chapter, which having that gruesome scene in there was pretty intense. Honestly, the first game had like one pretty gruesome scene in it that I unlocked. It was mostly like text though, but like the implication of what the text was pretty disturbing. But like that one had like the image and then like all the stuff. It was kind of intense. But yeah, I mean, they can't leave, so that's pretty scary. And I still, yeah, I don't know what's going on with Mai and whether she's like, these visions are like actually her killing people, because she's had a bunch where like people do seem to have bad endings after she has them, so who knows. But thanks you guys for stopping by and watching me play this kind of weird game. The next stream I'm going to do is going to be Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, so if you happen to be around, feel free to drop by, and I hope you have a great night. I'll see you guys around.